Felicitations, my family of fledglings. And ghosts, it's so good to unsee you as well. Welcome to another time zone with yours truly, Damien Halme, the ghost host with the most. A professional disruptor here to break your status quo and awaken your inner demons. And set them free because your life boring, yo. Hi. How are you? It's great to see you. Your choice of clothing is interesting today. But, you know, I'd still slam. We are playing Myst 5 tonight. And we're far in. So if you haven't played a Myst game before and you care, probably lots of spoilers. If you really want to see how Myst 5 goes, and this is your first stream, probably go watch the rest of it first. I have everything saved to playlists. So if you go to youtube.com/DamienHalme, you can find in the playlists tab a playlist called Myst Franchise. It's got everything in the Myst franchise, all the way from Myst 1 up till this moment where we're deep into Myst 5. We're on an island. I think I know where to go next. At least it seems visually evident, but the game won't let me go there, and I don't know what to do. So I don't even know why I started streaming tonight, except I want to talk to you guys and hang out and have a good time, and it's just, you know, the gap between Sunday and Wednesday is long. The gap between Wednesday and Saturday is long. I feel like the Sunday to Wednesday gap's longer though. This gap wasn't. I mean, I was like busy and it wasn't all that bad, and I wasn't so stressed out at work. Yeah, but the one, yeah, well, that one doesn't. The point is, I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad you're here too. And Sketchy, thanks for gracing my stream with your presence. Jacket's a content streamer. You should go check them out. That's who that's the same person. Sketchy and Jacket is all one person. Okay, so I see YouTube is working again. It was not working on Wednesday. Oh yeah, other news that you should probably know if you're watching my stream. I stream on 5.5 platforms, so you can find me on Twitch, on YouTube, and those two, you know, generate money. So please go to them. If you're watching VODs, definitely YouTube. If you have an ad blocker thing, not that those exist, but if you had one, probably turned it off when you watch my stuff and give me ad revenue. Just saying. I also stream on Kick, on Trovo, which many of you on this hemisphere that you're watching me on probably right now have probably never heard of, but it exists. And also on Instagram, which a lot of people know, and nobody knows that people live stream there. Why do I live stream there? I'm trying it out. It's free. It only costs me bandwidth. The Kick chat's working for me. The Trovo chat's working for me. I can see people's messages. I'm gonna guess the Instagram one. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna try it anyway because why not? Maybe one day I'll see it. Saw Instagram pop up. Can somebody? Oh, there's like none of you here just yet. I'm gonna wait until some people come into stream. I'm gonna ask them, can they watch me on the Instas, and let me know if they see me on, or they can see their own chats when they chat. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be good stuff. I like it. Okay, Myst 5 is our thing to do tonight. Things to catch you up on since what? It's a Troa. Well, hellos. I saw your post about a Spotify track. I'm excited to listen. I don't often have ear space to listen to audio things, which is why when people send me video links and song tracks, it takes me quite a while to get to because I have so many folks waiting to start talking to me. Do you just now follow me on Instagram? That's okay. I mean, if you're not a big Instagram user, it's not a big deal, but I did kind of see that happen right now in the background. If you chat in the live stream, then I just want to see if it works for somebody besides just me. I'm doing pretty good. My stress levels are down a little bit from the whole day job shenanigans that if you've been watching in the last couple weeks of streams have been enough to make me, I don't know, what a like old people get when they get stressed out. Have an ulcer, hemorrhoids, or I don't know. Have some sort of medical, mild medical fallout that you need a cream for, or to ingest some sort of milky thing for. But I'm doing okay. I didn't generate any weird health things. Just mental health, I guess. I see your chat on screen. It friggin' works. It was just, honestly, I did nothing, but Social Stream did. So Social Stream Ninja, the same guy who does Video Ninja, I think it's all just one guy. I think it's just one guy. He released a pretty major update for Social Stream, and damned if it doesn't work really, really nice. So thanks, guy whose name I forgot. I didn't actually know that he was also the one who helped me in Discord when I was having trouble doing sourcing for what I can see on my docs and what you can see on browser sources on screen. And I went to Discord and I talked about my problem. I was like, I'm trying to decouple them because I want some things on screen and some things just for me when I stream, like a dashboard of sorts. And he's like, I got you. This is how you do it. And I was like, I'm just going to copy paste what you told me to do. And I did, and it worked. And I was like, thanks, they don't pay you enough. And I realized, one, I think it's all an open source project by one guy. And two, it's just one guy. Like, the boss came and talked to me. So good job, you. If you're a streamer and you don't know about VDO Ninja or Social Stream Ninja, go look them up because they're free, open source kind of things. And he seems like a pretty good bean from what little I've interacted with him. And there are very few people that just do this kind of stuff, helping out other streamers. I can think of like VR Flawed, guaranteed for the streamer bot. Nutty, who's done a lot of different things. Harris Heller, I'm on the fence about that guy. He's done some stuff, but a lot of stuff he tries to monetize, and I feel like if things were going better for him, he wouldn't be so monetized everywhere. It always looks like he's really successful and big, and then he does all these like big sponsor sort of things, and makes me curious. If you're doing so well, why do you need all that? I don't know. My Insta has been deactivated for a while. Oh, okay. It and the Book of Face, been taking hiatus from. Gotcha. I hate to say it, this sounds so elitist. So know that because I'm the sort of person that self-deprecates in my head a lot, sees myself in the mirror a different way than everybody else seems to see me, and have big imposter syndrome, that when I say this, I definitely don't mean it from a place of narcissism or highfalutin feelings about myself. But I have an Instagram and I use it to create media, and I don't look at anybody else's profiles. Or if I do, it's mostly for research purposes to understand how to better do my work. And I don't spend time paying attention to anybody. I don't scroll on almost any social medium unless I'm like, hey, I'm really thinking like what are my plans for my next big creative project, and who's out there, who's like breaking new ground, who's doing things in a different way that might inspire me or help me tweak my own vision, because I had an idea and then I see it's pretty half-baked compared to what somebody else is doing out there. And so I use it to learn, but I don't use any social media hardly at all, just for the funsies. Yeah. Anyway, we are playing Myst 5, the last Myst in the Myst series. It's not the last puzzle game that Cyan Games made. Let's switch on over real quick. But it is the last game called Myst. What they would do after this, besides making other intellectual properties, because I think people were really turned off after Uru and Myst 5. What I think they started to do is go back to the stuff they knew people loved, and they started to remake those. So Myst 1 has 3 different flavors of remake. Myst 2, Riven, just had a remake, what was it, last year? which we played like fresh off the presses. Thank you to, I don't want to get it wrong, but somebody bought me that game. So thank you for helping me be able to stream that game. And they'll probably do, if they're real smart, they're going to remake Myst 3, because that was the best Myst of them all. It's way better than 1 and 2 by a long shot, and there's never been anything as good afterwards. And Myst 3 still had its flaws, but it was just, it's like a big old S curve. It's like the curve you see when they're like, some of you are going to get A's, but it's going to be very few. Some of you are going to get F's, and it's going to be very few. And this is how we bell curve the grade, this sort of thing. I'm lurking, but I'm here. Thank you, Haley. Gonna give you a shout out. I found out you were editing on your day off. I don't know why I'm singing that. Haley currently streams on Twitch, which I'm gonna do a shout out link for, and also on YouTube, which I don't know how to do shout outs for, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm going to figure this out, actually, because there's only a few people that I want to advocate as multi-streamers, and Haley's one of them, because she's basically, like, one of my protege that I'm like, okay, I've done it, now I need to get other people to do it, and Haley's like, yeah, I'm down. And so, yeah, you should just support her everywhere you can find her. But I need to figure out her YouTube link again, because it's not Haley BB.
There's something behind you.
Yeah, this doll. Oh shit! There's oh no, there's something else.
There's something else.
What did it look like?
Oh, just hold the door closed. Don't let it in.
I don't know what it was then. Anyways, grab this doll with me, because it's easier to do with 2 people grab it at the same time.
I think
Ready?
it's
Go.
me.
Okay. Oh boy.
And then drop her. Oh fuck.
We gotta do it again.
Yep.
That sounds like me. Yeah,
She hit me. She hit me.
That's all mad.
Okay, 1, 2.
Oh, the thing's coming. The thing's coming.
Oh,
Oh, there's the red thing.
that thing.
Oh
Shit.
Oh, it's breaking all the stuff too. Oh, what a way to end. What a way to end it. Jim, hi, welcome. I never got around to 5, played the first 4, and then never got back to it. That's okay. I mean, my cursor. Look, can you see that? Can you see my mouse cursor and then the game something cursed is happening to my cursor. Maybe that's why they call it a cursor, because it curses. Okay, I'm done. These are not the jokes tonight. But yeah, this cursor's super wigged out. I don't like it. I don't know how to fix that. We'll get to it. Trying to, I don't know, just keep tabbing out and back in or something. Yeah, I don't know that you really missed anything per se. For real, this game's been super bugged. The drawings have been bugged, and not just on my stream, but I'm watching I'm not. People have reported that in other people's streams, some crazy stuff has happened. Somebody was in one of the ages, like brand new, and found the first glyph and tried to draw it, and it thought that he drew the last glyph, and it teleported him to the end of the age. Oops. Well, it didn't have to do any of those puzzles, I guess. But yeah, this particular game is just not with it. And they had years of, they could have patched this game so many times over again. They have years to fix this if they cared. I wouldn't link my YouTube right now. I'm still troubleshooting it. Oh, okay. I will just pretend it's not there yet. Then, I suppose. I revived an ancient flip phone I used in San Diego that I found while going through some old stuff, and found a phone number to my ex from back. Oh, I decided to try it, and we've been catching up all day since. Oh, well, that's really cool. There, maybe 2, 3 exes I wouldn't mind talking to again. 1, I've tried for years and no dice. And 2, I've been we used to talk on social media for a while, and I think her relationship's going so well right now that it's like weird to talk to me, perhaps, or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, my exes don't talk to me. There's probably only one that would talk to me readily that I don't want to reach out to for reasons. That one's on my end. I don't want to, but that's really cool. Good for you. Weird it's so buggy. Yeah, this one is just like wonky. Myst 4 was really polished and well done when I played it. Did I think Myst 4 worked pretty well for me. I don't remember having weird issues with that one. Yeah, I feel like it worked. There's got to be some way to get my cursor to work correctly in this. Maybe it doesn't matter. Or maybe it'll disappear on its own. I feel like my movement is still fine. I just have to sort of know mind that my actual Windows cursor is visible. Because it's doing stuff that the game's not doing, which is fine. The actual game cursor is doing what it's supposed to do. I think I'm okay being able to see it. I don't like it. But, oh yeah, I can still auto walk too. I started walking backwards for no reason, and then I remembered, oh yeah, this game also locks you into movement sometimes. Which happens to me every once in a great while, but usually only if I have to remap keys outside of keybinds. I use a very lightweight program on everything, actually, called Auto Hotkey. You have to kind of be a coder, or at least know code mentality to use it. But Auto Hotkey lets you do so many amazing things, more than just hotkey things. And when I have that on in a game, sometimes game movement doesn't work that great. And if you run in a certain direction or are strafing, it'll lock that key in down position, and then you just find yourself like randomly sliding to the right and you can't stop it. I'm pretending right now. This isn't actually happening to me. I'm actually holding down the button, but it'll be like that. And then you just have to tap it again and then it'll stop. But for the most part, it still works really well. I've remained close with most of my exes. I'm sure you remember my ex in Utah on my trip down. Yeah. Most are like that. That's really healthy. Good for you. You're definitely healthier in that regard than I am, for sure. With this one, I just lost its digits at some point in the cell phone. Changed Tango. Gotcha. I do. Yeah, I remember the days when numbers weren't just saved to like an account. And so you had to like personally transfer them over, or you're like at your carrier buying a new phone when people used to do that. And you would use a machine, right? There are certain machines you would plug your old phone in on one side. They'd have to like look through a bundle of cables to find the right connector. And then you plug in your new phone on the other side. And then they do some diddly-do in the middle. And then your contacts and maybe other stuff too. Maybe some videos and photos would come over back when things were like pretty lightweight and you didn't have like cloud backups and stuff like that. Like it was kind of hip. This weird liaison machine that would do the work for you in the middle. This place looks like a Halo multiplayer map. Yeah, honestly, I could probably see trying to fight people on a map like this. It doesn't have a lot of space for like vehicles though. It would definitely be just like on foot fighting. Or that one backup that got corrupted. Ugh. Yeah, I think we've all been there. Or is on the computer and not in the cloud, or any number of things in a couple decades. There are a few hard drives I have. I really want, and we used to have these. I super can't remember where they are or if they even will work anymore. But we used to have these USB plug-in sleds. You'd plug in the USB, and then in the sled you could slide in different types of hard drives. And I still have like 3 or 4 of these old hard drives. Wow, everybody on Instagram is popping in tonight. Cool. Good to see you guys. You'd slide the hard drives into these sleds, and then you could read some things. I feel like older hard drives had a higher chance of having just like glitched or unreadable files for whatever reason. Like I'd be looking in my like old photos folder, and half of them would load and the other half wouldn't, and I don't. Why? What is it? You know, what happened? I don't know. I guess it was all when things were stored on magnetics, right? Magnetic disks. So the magnetism could go wonky after a while, and a number in your file, a binary, could get wonky. But I don't know where those sleds ended up. And now that I think about it, I also don't know where those hard drives ended up. I never wanted to trash them. I hope they're around somewhere, but shoot, I have no idea how to find them. Okay, so we're here on the island. I super don't really. Oh, I think this is. I sort of really understand. I was gonna say I super don't understand why I'm here. What I recall is we're unlocking the power of the tablet, and the tablet is like a master writing magic ability thing, so you can create worlds and lives and stuff like that using the tablet, just like some people in previous Myst games could use books to do so. And Yisha, who's the daughter of the main, I guess I'll call him a protagonist, daughter of the main protagonist, Yisha is like, don't give me the tablet, it's too much power and it's bad. But I think we're going to do it anyways and see what happens. You can save these games beforehand. So I'm going to save the game and then try to give her the tablet and be like, yo, infinite power, go. Either that or try to use it for myself or try to give it to the bad guy and see if I can get the bad ending. I think he's the bad guy. The game is really sending me strong red flags about this dude. Anyway, okay. So that thing is happening right now. That thing. Do I have my tablet? I super don't. That's a problem. That would be a problem. I don't even have my my thing that I cast spells with. My little stone tablet of justice. My Captain America shield of... No, this one's made of stone. I also don't remember how to get to it. It's somewhere on the island. It's down a little crevasse. You teleport and then you go back to the beginning. And then... Oh, here we go. And that's at the beginning. Yeah. Here's our little teleporter. Get rid of my cursor. Where's my... Here's the thing that I was looking for. I was kind of looking to do this while there was an eclipse because I kind of feel like something about this area, I need the eclipse. Otherwise, why does the moon have an eclipse over the sun unless it was meaningful to the story? I think it's meaningful to the story. And now I've got the tablet, but it's too late. It's bright and sunny again. I guess we could just wait and hang out and talk. So, yeah, this tablet is like magical powers and stuff. And there's this old civilization, and they made a bunch of worlds, but they also were kind of like, they were like the gods of these worlds, and maybe they didn't all act very good. They're sort of like Olympus gods. Some of them were bad, and some of them were kind of jealous and had other bad traits. And so they were called the Denis, and I don't think they were particularly all 100% great. And the sort of bad egg that we're talking to, I think he's a bad egg. He's from the Denis. And Yisha is not, and I think she might be more on the level to give this power to. But they both were like, oh, don't give her the stone tablet power. But we have to go to 4 different ages and unlock 4 different locks on a tablet. And then maybe that's the super powerful tablet. I don't know. This is the 4th age of 4. And we've done a lot of trials and tribulations and actually some puzzles. The Myst games are thought of as puzzle games by a lot of people. And I guarantee there's a whole lot less puzzle than you would imagine for the gameplay hours for these games. The Myst games are easily like... I don't know, 20 hours minimum each for being very small worlds with very little to do. And there are very few puzzles in each Myst game, but they last as long as they do. They have so many hours of gameplay because they hide stuff or they make stuff very cryptic. And so you're trying to understand the riddle that the game developers have sort of set before you. And they probably tested it in-house and thought, wow, we're geniuses. These are going to be so fun and good. And then they turned out to be, okay. If you say so. If you say so. The moon's leaving. Oh, okay. I can do that too. I can do all those things. We'll go ahead and save. Game saved. Job done. This particular island has, I think, more puzzles than a lot of the other areas of this game and the other games. So good job. This kind of like, you know, the island Myst probably could have been. An island with a lot of different little puzzles and fun stuff to do and little creepy pelican piranha monsters. Piranhicans. That's what I think I started calling them. So kind of like Veronica, but with a P. Piranha. Don't ever call your Veronica friend Piranha. Can I get you into the water or nah? You don't like getting wet? Me either. This water doesn't look particularly... Well, I don't know. It looks fine. Yeah, so I feel like the answer is this area has very little on it to do. We've traversed the entire beach, and there's a little bit of inland stuff. It's mostly like, what the heck is this? Why is this so weird? There are a lot of like red herrings, things that look like they're important, but then you can't do anything with them. And yeah, just like rocks, like always a weird Stonehenge looking bounced sort of thing. Places you can walk around to, things you can see and touch and hear the animals. And looks like I can look outside of the map a little bit over there. And yeah, this above all the other areas has the most unusable space. Like there's just so much area here where you're just walking around and looking at stones and sand and beach, but there isn't a puzzle and there's no clues. And look around all you like, and you know, hunt and pixel hunt and look up, look down, scour the sand, try to count the grains in the sand and try to solve a puzzle out of it. There's really not a whole lot you can do in this area. And so I really do think the whole thing is just this one little Gilligan's Island looking thing over here. And you climb it, and you can cast a wind spell. And when you cast a wind spell, it's the only spell you get in this whole island, besides the teleports. You can cast a wind spell from here, and when you do so, there's a flag here, and it opens up, and it shows you like a little fish icon. I took a screenshot of that so that I could do stuff with it later, and it doesn't seem to work for me. The only place you can put art is on your little tablet thingy. And I gave it a shot. I gave it a good college try, trying to make the fish as perfect as I possibly could. What I think needs to happen is we wait for this moon to go away. It's going to come back around, and it's going to become an eclipse. And then we try it when the eclipse is here. Yeah. Okay. Saved the game. I will do your self-care. Catch up with chat while I'm also stretching. It could be an unrecognized file type or compression. I don't compress a lot of files, and I don't save a lot of files in proprietary file types. I did for a little while at the very beginning of my computing years, because, you know, it's hard to say when you're first starting out. You don't know if it's proprietary or not. You don't know that certain files are more open source or more like tried and true. Like probably the first time anybody ever saw MP3 hit the market, they're like, well, I don't know. What if all the MP3 player apps stop developing, and it's just like a lost music format, and I threw away all of my vinyls and cassette tapes and CDs so I could make them into MP3s, and now I don't have any supported MP3 player. But that one ended up staying a pretty long time, right? I still think I'd prefer having everything in lossless, but you know, some stuff I don't care. All the stones look like diglets. Oh my, really? Am I gonna see something I can't unsee? Little bit, kinda, yeah. It's Diglet Island. They're all turning gray. They're all getting old. Old Diglet Island. Geriatric Diglet. Okay, I need to get there. I need to get there from doing the fish thing. The fish is that fish right there, it's gonna take me over across to the island. Battle of Olympus style. You know the dolphin you can call? I'm going to call the dolphin. Oh, God. Here's where the cursor issue is going to be an issue. There were whole periods where I used a specific program for all my art. Oh, but then the program died out and I had a bunch still saved in that form. I wonder if somebody's ever done any, like retro, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a retrofit and tried to find a way to like create a converter for that stuff. That's more what I remember / considering from stuff I found when I dug into old drives years later. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Okay, so yeah, I don't really know that this is something you're supposed to draw. It just looks drawable, you know? It looks like something you should be able to put on the tablet. Oh, stupid trackball. Making the curves hard to do the thing. A little line here. This line is below that middle fin line. And there's an eyeball and it goes closer to the front, below the fin, but not too much below. And not too close to the front. Yeah, kind of like that. That's what it looks like on the flag. You have a flag. Wow, I just went Buffalo Bill and Eddie Izzard at the same time. Okay. And go Bajo. Do the thing. He did not... Did he shake his head? Oh, shit. He shook his head. Yeah, he shook his head. He took it away. Oh, no, he didn't take it away. I still have it. He touched it, though. He touched it. Should I have let it be? Oh, maybe I should have let it be. We set it down again. We set it down twice. Uh-oh. Does it still have the thing? Don't shake your head. Cast a spell. He's just taking it away now. He's like, oh, you abandoned your magic. We'll put it on a safe plinth for you. I think is what he meant to do. I don't appreciate it, sir. I know exactly where you put it. You put it back at home. I found that if you just open them using a newer graphics program, they usually pull up and you can resave. Ooh, both varying degrees of quality. Interesting. That's interesting. If the program lets you bypass the unrecognized file type thing. Oh, yeah. So that's interesting that a lot of newer apps sort of have some kind of retro fitting. I know that's not the right term, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? Version checking, go backwards sort of thing, but not version. Okay, so the moon's coming back up. We're gonna have another eclipse here shortly. I should probably save just before that. Oh, do you see that? There's like a weird red line. Oh, now I can't make it happen again. Wait, green and red. There's some weird graphical anomaly over in that direction on the right hand side of the island. If I look like just at the wrong or right level, I feel like there's something there. And seeing like weird messed up color in that direction that I'm trying to like get to makes me feel like I'm looking in the right place. I think what you're looking for, oh yeah, backwards compatibility. You know, fitting as many languages as I have in my head, while it's a stupid human trick that I have all of these other ways to say potato memorized right off the cuff, it also feels like a hamstring, because sometimes my most fluent languages, I'm like, oh, it's, you know, this thing, and somebody will just jump in with a pretty regular term. Like, do you mean toy? No, it's maybe too common. But like, there's some words that my brain just sort of no minds out. It's like, did you mean this? I was like, I did. My brain just forgot the easy word. I'm sorry. I think we maybe need the wind again, because the wind pulling up the flag that shows the fish, maybe we can't put the fish on the tablet, because every age so far only has one spell And the spell we have for this age is the wind spell. So we've got the wind spell already. So what maybe it is that because when the wind makes the flag unfurl, maybe the wind also makes the fish come. So I cast the wind spell out here in the water during the eclipse, which is imminent now. And eclipse wind fish is rideable when before it was not. Could be it. We got a little bit of time. Just gonna go back through it on some of our previous saves here. And I don't think we need to save this one. Oh, okay, we've already deleted a bunch. Yeah, that's okay. So let's close the book. All right, moon getting close. Let's right here save. And now I have some time where if it is the eclipse, I just load the save. I'm already looking right at the sky. I kind of have an idea of when it's going to come. And then we can do some different eclipse magics, right? I could tell you were stuck on retro instead of backward. That's part of the problem too with English, right? Is like you get this idea where the term you're looking for comes from one language instead of a different one. Like it's the Greek. It's this. It's anti meaning against instead of, I don't know, something else that means against. Okay, moon is gonna do the thing. I'm gonna cast wind spell. Wind spell, I don't have to draw. It's on its own shortcut. Oh la, here comes the night. Here comes the night again. Okay, it's getting darker? Yeah, it is. It's definitely getting darker. I wonder how long. Let's do one more save right here, because that was kind of a bit of a wait. And we have the other one in case this one is too close. In case there's someplace we actually need to be or something else we need to do. The stars are all coming out. Let's bring out the tablet and let's bring some wind. Let's break wind. Okay. Nighttime comes, Barrow comes. Cast my spell for me, Mr. Barrow. Oh yeah. We gotta. Oh, look at the water seems to be doing a different kind of thing. Yeah. Sun looks kind of golden. It's very sandy. I don't seem to have a way across there, but maybe a fish. Maybe a fish comes and takes me away. Oh, fishy, fishy. I don't see where that's happening. But I think that's where I need to go, is that little island over there. That's what I want. Anyway. That's what that is what I would like to see. Can we go up into our little Oculus up here? Oh, this poor bird. He's having a bad time. Having a bad day. Here's our flag. Do you have a flag? Rio! Hi, welcome. Good to see you. How's your weekend so far? I cannot click said flag. I definitely am not drawing the flag. The flag really just seems to say a fish is important, and I really don't necessarily think it's draw the fish. Oh yeah, we're long past the eclipse now, so that's not it. There goes the wind as well, and I got no closer, no clues, no magical fish came. Oh, do you ride one of the birds? No, I don't think the bird. The bird seemed perturbed, a perturbed bird, if you will. So I don't think that's it. But so, like, it's tantalizingly close. It almost feels like you just press the right invisible walls out here in the ocean and you just get there. You know what I mean? The fish drawing isn't working. Oh, Is it something I have to do on the tablet? Because I'll tell you, if it's a tablet-based thing, I've tried tons of times. Not tons, but how many times have I tried drawing the fish? Probably 4 or 5. Probably 4 or 5. We can try the fish during the, up here to restore. Yes. Drawn a good 5 times. Yeah, I think so. It's not for want of, like, my art skills, I think. We'll try it here. Fishy, fishy. Boop. 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 Oh my. Well, that was a little wonky. Boop. 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 Kinda. Drop. Alright. We're right in the middle of the eclipse, buddy. Do my fish powers. Fish power. You bastard. Is the fish coming or what? Hey, fishy. Hey, hey. I drew your special sigil. Oh. There goes the eclipse. There's something weird going on with the app. The stream's all zoomed in. Oh, weird. Oh, you know what? That was happening to me too. If you're... Oh, no, wait. Which app was... Oh, that was on YouTube. You're on Twitch. Something weird was happening to me on YouTube recently, where it was doing like an auto zoom by default. And it was like, it would slowly zoom in on the videos I was watching. I was like, wait, I can't see all the like outside edges and everything. Yeah, it was just, don't know what to do. I just zoomed back out again and it seemed to go away. Okay, we've reversed time. The moon's approaching the sun and I have a fish drawing. I suppose I can try drawing again now with less time duress. Also, my cursor's doing weird stuff and I can't really fix that. Let's bring this maybe over here a little bit more. Bring this nice and down and then over. And fish heads. Roly-poly fish heads. Fish heads. Eat them up. Yum. Everybody knows that song, right? Literally everybody on the planet knows the Fish Heads song, right? If you don't, go educate yourself. Welcome back to Strem. Click down here and I can keep that in my inventory. Let's take a look up. Perf. We gave ourselves plenty of time to do the art nice and slow. Troa, I knew you would know it because you're a gentleman of culture. I learned the Fish Head song from an ex. He'd sing it all the time and it was very cute. Oh. Okay. We have imminent eclipse. Let's drop it. It's like RoboCop and drop it. Nobody has capitulated me on whether or not RoboCop actually says drop it in the movies or why I would remember that. Don't scratch your head at it. It's a perfectly good... Hey, don't... You son of a bitch. He took it away. No, he didn't. I still have it. What's wrong with my fish? It looks just like the picture. Mostly. I took a fish head out to see a movie. Didn't have to pay to get in. Yeah. You might not know this, but roly-poly fish heads are never seen drinking cappuccino in Italian restaurants with Oriental women. He didn't understand. I'll go be picky. It's an algo thing. Like I am doing the right thing. Goodness. Goodness. Goodness knows the wicked lives are lonely. I'll try again. Any particular reason you're dropping it into the water? Because it's a fish. I'm trying to summon Bahro fish magic. I don't know. It doesn't have to be in the water. I guess it could be anywhere. I thought if I got as close to that island as possible, I'd have all the knowledge of fish bestowed onto me. Okay, let's try this again from here. Shoop. Shoop. If the answer is D, you need to make the curve more curvy. I don't know how to do that. But go really, really slow. I can really curve this nice and curvy. Oh yeah. That's a pretty good curve. That might be the best curve to ever curve in curve land. I'm not saving it right now. I'm not saving it right this moment. I got a fish to draw. And I don't know if it's the right fish. I don't know how well the game's going to love me for this. You might need to be doing it while the wind is blowing? Oh. Oh. That might be a problem. It's the, I was hoping that it was going to be during the eclipse because we haven't used the eclipse yet. And if the whole world just eclipses periodically, and it is like a red herring, fine, that's fine. But I super believe that you would do this right at this time because it makes the most sense to use everything that the world has taught you so far. Eclipse happened. Hi, buddy. Scratching his head again. You bastard. How dare you? What if it's eclipse and the fish? We can we might be able to do both in time. Toady, hi and welcome. Good to see you. Let's try from this. I might not have enough time, but I'll try it. It's pretty close to the eclipse, but if I draw the fish fast and accurate, I'm not saying I can, but if I do, maybe it'll work. Wind. Oh shit, that's not the right. How do you drop it? There, drop it. All right, let's get some wind. Walk away, back away. Eclipse is happening. I got a fish to draw. All right, let's draw ourselves a fish. We got wind going. Back away from that. Oh no. My fast drawing ain't that great. But it's something. I got a fish. His head got a little bit caved in. Do you know it now? With the wind blowing, do you know it now? Ah, he's still scratching his head. He don't know. He don't know. Didn't do the thing. Might be drawn too big? The character recognition is stupid. I had a gazillion problems with it. Apparently everyone does, right? I could try drawing a small fish and give it a shot. I don't feel like that save is quite enough time. So let's do it on this previous one where there's a little more flex, I guess. We'll try it here. We'll go back to land where it's a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. That's the place I think I'm trying to get to anyways. It looks like what I'm trying to do. The eclipse is close. We'll do a little ASMR. I'm just gonna add a few happy trees here. And oh, we made a bit of an accident there with the water, but that's okay. Happy little accidents. We're gonna make the Barrow conjure the wind here. Yeah, maybe that bar is feeling a little naughty today. But you know, their boss makes them feel a little bit small. And sometimes being naughty is the only way you can feel big again. So, in big feelings, we're gonna draw a small fish with our big feelings. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to my stupid ASMR stream. Do the thing. Don't scratch your head. Stop scratching your head at my fish. My fish is a good fish. It's a perfect... Okay, we'll try again. We'll do just a little bit bigger, because that one was a little bit wonky, I agree. Zoop, zoop, oh, I have no room for the eye. We gotta have room for the eye. But not too much room for everything. Zoop, zoop. But the eye was a little bit squished on the last one. That's smaller. That's smaller. It's not as big as I've been drawing it, but it's not as, oh, and we're right at the eclipse and the wind. And the wind. What you gonna do? Oh, he's doing something different. He's doing something different. Do you do a different thing? Do you do a different thing? I feel like he did. He stood funny. Right? He stood funny. Give me my fish. Give me my magical fish ride. On a magic fishy ride. A whole new... Oh, no. Nothing's happening. Why did he look different? He did like a craning of his neck, like he was singing the song of his people. I expected more. Does somebody want to look up, like, I don't know, the perfect way to draw him and let me know? I don't need to see it. I'm not trying to play off of a walkthrough or anything. But if the game's going to be this testy on what I'm trying to do here, and it really won't let me get accomplished what I'm trying to do, then I got to know if there's something special, like it's on the left side of the stone, or it's squished up against the top as much as it can be, or who knows. When somebody has streamed this and done it right, what does their fish look like that might be different from mine? Break wind, my dude. Break wind. My farting Bahro. Okay, we have wind. Let's get rid of the wind spell. And we'll do it kind of like right in the middle. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the curve is hard. It's kind of like that. This is actually like the best fish I've done so far. This is the best one I've done so far. Cute little eyeball. Man, if you don't love my fish right now, I'm gonna be so mad, because that's the best one I've done. That's the best. Don't scratch your head. Oh, he's doing the sing. He's singing the song of his people. Look, the craning neck thing. Uh-huh. Then he touched it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it for a second. Oh, he's coming back. He's doing more singing. He's touching it again. What's going on there? Oh, it's gone again. What is going on right now? Who is that? Wait, are they making a bridge? They are kind of like ant people, right? Imagine if they all were teleporting away and then they make an ant bridge that gets me across there. They all disappeared. It's the eclipse. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have my tablet anymore. Okay, the wind stopped, but like 4 of them all left their precious DNA on my little tablet. Hi, Kara. If you need to use hints for adventure games, I recommend using stuff like UHS hints when possible. There is one for this game. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Break wind, we talking about Teresa? Yes, Teresa is a Bahro, I'm pretty sure. Based on what I remember of her anatomy, she reminds me of Bahro. Okay, let me go back and find my tablet again. It lets you choose the thing you want help on and gives progressive hints. Oh, nice. I super appreciate that. Okay, did anything happen to my tablet? Literally no. I got nothing special on my tablet. Okay, well, hey, if you're watching on Instagram, there's a good chance that the platform will do what it's been doing for the past, what has it been, like 4 or 5 months now, where it's been completely vexing my stream. If you're watching on Instagram and the stream crashes for you in the next 5 minutes, i.e. freezes, and you just got nothing, you can watch me on literally almost every other platform. Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and Trovo will all let me stream my entire stream length On Saturdays and Sundays, that is a 5-hour stream, which means there will be 4 more hours of content past what you see on Instagram if they cut the stream off right now. So that'll be in about 5 minutes. If you're still watching after 5 minutes, good for you. I don't know what happened. I don't know why Instagram sometimes suddenly fixes itself. But I don't have high hopes, so I'm just letting you know that this is the one platform that I can't seem to get a break on. It's a recurring glitch on their end, and I send, I don't know, usually like about 5 help tickets, and then it goes away. And they never contact me to say, we understand your problem, or it's fixed, or anything. It just goes away, and that comes back much later. If you were singing the song of your people, what song would it be? Oh. Probably How Soon Is Now by the Smiths. I think. It's kind of like a song for my life. Yeah. That's a good one. Are you confused? So I am doing things right? Do you know why Instagram's doing that? They won't tell me. Every time that this has happened, that Instagram has started cutting my streams down to 1 hour and then dumping, they don't send me any notice my account isn't in bad standing, because you can check your standing in case when things go wrong. You can at least look and see, like, oh, did I post something I wasn't supposed to post? And then they put a flag on the account. They let you know. They'll show you there's a standing portion of content creator accounts. I am in a content creator account. It's different than a business account. It's different than a personal account. And content creator accounts are allowed to stream for 4 hours. See some of you on the other side of Twitch ad breaks. I send them multiple tickets every time. I have never received a response for any single ticket ever. They never say anything. And when I am done sending several tickets, I just wait, and I just get tired of it after a while. I just wait, and then one random day my streams come back at 4 hours again. How does it happen that I get 4 hour streams again? I have no idea either. They don't comment on that either. Nobody says, hey, we're sorry, we found some sort of error with your account. Nothing. I'm not quite sure that the eclipse is part of it. Awkwardly enough. Let's draw another real cute fish. Draw as many cute fish as I can. How about chat? If you had a song of your people, what would it be? Give me wind. Cut the wind. Or is it cut the cheese? Break wind and cut cheese. Something like that. All right, give me the best darn fish you can. We're gonna put it over here a little bit to the side. Yep, right over here. Give you enough room for that eyeball. Oh yeah. Oh, it's kind of wide on that side. Never mind. I lied. Can't be that wide. Gotta be kind of more narrow like that, like the flag. I don't know. The eyeball looks kind of wonky. I made it too small for the eyeball, I think. Don't scratch your head at it. Fine. Fine. You gave it a try. Oh, you didn't take it away. I was like, oh, you took it away. We did not. Okay. Not my greatest fish. Very careful about this curve. As careful as I can be. That's a good eye. Sniper. You're not scratching your head, are you? Damn, he is. Sometimes they don't, though. Sometimes they don't scratch their head. What happened? Giggle Nuggeteer? Wait, do you know the what's man, Gigglepuss Gang? Or are you somebody unrelated? Well, thank you for your patronage. Welcome to my family of fledglings. Oh, heck no, my Twitch turbo expired. No. What a bad time. Bad time for that to happen. Hello, robot. Who's your favorite pop star from... Wait. From the Lady Marmalade remake on the Moulin Rouge soundtrack? Really? Probably Christina Aguilera. That's kind of weird. Random question. That's not my favorite pop star. And it's not my favorite pop star of all time. Not my favorite current pop star. But if I had to choose between those four, I just think she got pipes. I know she's sung a lot of songs that are kind of like, I don't know, low-hanging fruit. But out of all the musicians that came at the time that she did, she actually really trained hard to be a fantastic singer. And everybody else was sort of like leaning hard on their looks and their production team and buying the right songs and chasing the trends. And Christina Aguilera did not need to. She was just going to be a fantastic performer for the rest of her life, which is weird that she didn't enter like Celine Dion status of like, I'm just going to sing for my generation. And as my generation gets older and older, I'll just keep singing for them and I'll be famous for always performing. I feel like she backed away from the limelight a lot quicker than I expected. But, you know, can't bank on what your performers are going to do in the future. Yeah, sure enough. Guess what? Guess what just died? The Instagram feed. The Instagram feed died at 1 hour. So hopefully you all who were on Instagram have found me on some other platform. That's my hopes. Actually, it's Sass. Wait, what? Oh, nice. Wait, why do you have two names? What's the Giggle Nuggeteer from? And do you even know, do you know Giggle Puss Gang or no? Just curious. They're fun stream. I always had a thing for Maya. She wasn't the most talented, but she seemed like more a chill person. Maybe. I don't really know, like, in interviews and like personality and stuff like that, but usually for musicians or honestly anybody in music, I tend not to pay too much attention to the personalities because I find like the people who write music that I like the most tend to be very troubled and sometimes very vile people to get to know. That could be interpersonal problems or just personal problems, like they might have issues with drugs or mental illness or PTSD from bad upbringing or what. It could be any number of things. But I generally really find musicians to be hard people to appreciate because they usually come from some really bad spaces and or make bad spaces around them as a result. I feel like there's so many flawed people out there, but I love them for their music and for the art that they contribute. And I am willing, at least in music, to divorce the creator from the stuff that they perform. Do you notice how, like, you get close to some of these rocks and the moss is a texture on the outside, which is what you would expect. You know, these are just polygonal shapes with some moss texturing on the outside. But this one rock is like super weird. You get close to it and the moss is floating outside of it. Do you see that? Do you see the shape of the polygon? And then there's like the texture of the moss is floating outside as something that's not attached to the polygon. And you have this weird seam right here where they completely forgot that this was a moss covered rock and they just stopped. Just in the middle of... It's floating in the first place, and it just cuts at a really weird random spot. Just that one rock. Yeah, I can appreciate when people are good people, though. No matter what they happen to be doing, it is kind of nice to find out, like, oh, hey, you're an actor, content creator, musician, or whatever, and you're kind of cool. Like, you're kind of actually a nice person. I hope to be that, even though I don't care that much about people in my own interests or my own tastes to have those qualities of being a good person. I just like music for music, and I just like art for the most part. It doesn't matter if the person's really troubled or awful to the people around them. I probably won't try to like give money to them if I feel like it's gonna perpetuate violence on somebody else, like I'm funding somebody being a bad egg to other people. But myself, for all the content that I want to create in my life, we talked a little bit about it during the Legacy discourse 2 weeks ago, but I didn't even get through to half of it. I have a fantasy novel planned, I have a webcomic planned, I have a graphic novel planned, I have an MMO planned if I ever got like mega rich and could hire a game studio to make an MMO. I have an MMO planned. And I have spent, I think now, the majority of my life addicted to MMOs. So I'm not coming from a place of, oh, I just want to do it to like make money. I want an MMO to exist in the history of MMOs that does something that the other ones haven't been doing. And I have a lot of cool ideas. I could do a whole stream on the game that I want to exist before I die. And even if it's not that great, I just want it to exist so that future games, future RPGs that come out, at least look at what I did or what I tried and they go, oh, you know what? D had some good ideas. And going forward, we're going to remember D for his contributions in the gaming space. I would want to be remembered. I would want a legacy of contributing specifically to MMORPG content for the future, so that everybody who ever starts up a game studio and wants to enter that particular genre's space is informed by the work that I've done in the genre. Kid you not. The webcomic is probably not going to be as impactful. The graphic novel, I think, will be interesting, but I don't think will be as culturally trend-setting. I do want my fantasy novels. I'm writing a quadrilogy of fantasy novels. I want them to be inspiring and hopefully taste-making as well. I have a really interesting world build, and I have an interesting take on how to write fantasy. And I'm trying to write fantasy for an age basically right where people go from being avid readers to distracted from reading and give up. That's what I would love. I'd love to hit that target audience, which I think is just past YA. I forget. Like YA young adults, a little bit on the young side. And the next one, new adult, or I forget. There's a term specifically for whatever's right after YA that I'm trying to target my audience for. But I expect that maybe younger people and maybe older people would still find worth in the story that I'm trying to tell there. And yeah, sometime we'll have to go into all of that. It didn't happen on the stream where I wanted to dedicate time to talk about all of that. The guys in Gojira seem like good dudes. I don't know anything about Gojira. Like nothing. Who's your favorite flawed person or / artist? I'm a real big fan of Jared Leto. I feel like Jared Leto is one of those guys that he's very short and small. And so you feel like, oh, he's like got tiny man syndrome, and he probably like thinks big of himself, and he's like mean because he's short or whatever. But because he's so like nubile and elven, a lot of girls like fell in love with him. He also came from really humble past. So he only lived, I don't know what happened to his dad, but he lived with his mom and his older brother, and they lived in extreme poverty. He used to break into people's houses and not steal stuff, but literally just like sit in rich people's houses or richer people's houses to feel like what that felt like. And that's so like sad and like sweet in its own sort of way. And you just kind of like feel for him. He moved to LA to become a rock star, and it didn't happen. But he had some friends that are like, oh, you know, you're kind of attractive. You could probably try to get into acting. And he's like, oh, I don't know. I guess whatever. I need a job, and I'm willing to try it. And so he did the whole like become a part of a catering services staff. and he worked as that staff and then tried to get jobs in acting instead and ended up becoming an actor, even though he really wanted to be a rock star. And then he eventually spent his acting money to become a rock star and did that. And unlike most people who become actors and then decide that they want to do music, where their music is like pretty bad, really. It's like it's a project in your own sense of self-worth, because everybody loves you as an actor. You're like, they'll love my music too. And it turns out most people are wrong. Jared Leto's band, I feel, started off the first like 2 or 3 albums, like powerhouse, good music, like actual musicians' music kind of stuff, like good stuff. Okay, you know what? He's actually a good musician too. And to say all of that is to also invite in, if you learn about him as a person, he's actually pretty vile. He's troubled. He runs from things all the time. He's constantly womanizing and dropping women left and right. He sleeps with a girl and then says, well, you got what you want. Now get the fuck out. I know somebody who knew somebody who slept with him. So I've heard this sort of tale shared about like what he's like in bed. When he tried to play the Joker, he ended up doing a whole bunch of vile, awful things to the other actors to try to get like in role, but everybody ended up just hating him for it. And then his depiction of the Joker was like the least enjoyed version of the Joker ever. Yeah, he's just like, and as you listen to his career in music, the music gets simpler and dumber and more like sell out to the masses. And unfortunately, it makes more and more money with each album that he sells out harder and harder. And when you listen to his lyrics, they all sort of talk about like, I'm a bad guy and you get with me and I'm toxic and I'm gonna run and I just can't stop running from stuff and I can't commit and all I want to do is party and have a night of fun and then I'll bolt on you. And he's been singing that from album 1 to like album 5. Which also means that as he's getting older and wiser and, you know, has lived his life and has more he could be giving to the world, he's not changing. He's a static NPC in his own world, a caricature in his own life's story. And it's just sort of all pathetic, and yet he's got great movies that he's been in, not Suicide Squad, and great music he's released, not the last couple albums. So it's just sort of interesting seeing him so pathetic and producing so many great things along the way as well. Rolling Stone gathers no moss. True. I guess this stone is half rolling and half stagnant. I got a new phone number. This account had used the phone number before I got it. Twitch's policy is to give control of the account to whoever has control of the phone number. So PSA, I got. Oh, geez. Well, good to know. That's super awkward. In this video at 410, you can watch the dude draw the fish and see the result. Okay, I'm going to pull that up on stream, actually. We'll watch somebody draw the fish and do the thing. I will catch up on chat, though, first. But you said this is going to be at 410. We'll back up just a little bit before then and bring this up on stream. Just going to do it on stream. Is this going to come up on stream? Do I not have this on stream? Damn. I'm so bad at making sure that every single source that I have does what I want it to do. This one is YouTube, I think it's called. Oh, it's not a browser source. I'm dumb. This is a window capture. And it should be called YouTube capture. Let's try this. Do the thing? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. So you got that. We'll put it like there. I need to do this on the vertical stream as well. Oh, vertical stream had it. It was just hidden. Okay, well, whatever. We'll watch somebody else do it. And then figure out what we're doing wrong, I suppose. But let me catch up with the rest of chat and we'll move on. Turbo's back. Congrats. What about game dev? Oh, who's my favorite game dev? Is that your question? I don't know if I have one. I honestly don't know a lot about developers, like, as people. Sorry, I missed it. I thought I was your favorite flawed person / artist. Sorry. I don't see you as that flawed, Stuart. You're too much heart of gold. I hate to say it. Napoleon complex. You know, that's a funny, like, misnomer, right? You probably know this already because you're a nerd too, Troa. But Napoleon was not short. And so when we say Napoleon complex, when we mean, like, short people, we actually are flawed in saying that because short people... Make this bigger for me and then make it smaller for you. I was like, it's kind of small on my screen. As I started to increase the size, it like became ridiculous on your guys' screens. Yeah, the short, I just call it like short man's complex because it's Napoleon wasn't that short. It's pretty normal. Man, I'd love to know what it's like to live in a rich person's house. I mean, you could always do what Jared Leto used to do and just break into a rich person's house. Or me, what I used to do when I was younger, I used to date rich people and go to their houses and live what it was like to be rich as an extremely poor kid. Although it led to other weird stuff. It made the disparity... cultural disparity weird at times and caused some problems. Who is Jared Leto? Oh, he was in, what was his most famous? I think most famous roles he was in My So-Called Life and Requiem for a Dream. And then later on he became pretty famous for Dallas Buyers Club. What was he like famous for? His band is called 30 Seconds to Mars. It's kind of spacey at first and then definitely wasn't after that. So it kind of sounded like a stupid name afterwards. I've never enjoyed his acting. I don't know that I would say I think he's a fantastic actor or anything. Just I find his story really interesting as far as like flawed creatives go. The only impression I've ever had of him is he has pretty eyes. That's about it. It's probably all he needed to get through his career. It's just looking a little bit prettier than other people. Baby, don't. How do you say your name? Can I just call you Baby? Getting advice on how to become a pro console player? Are you trying to be pro streamer or pro like at the game that you're playing? Because to become pro at the game that you're playing, there are some games you can try that are not. They're not games. They're kind of like target ranges where you go and each one sort of like does different practice skills. Now I'm a pro gamer. Now I'm gonna sort of guess, like, my guess is that you're probably playing shooter games. There are pro gamers in other spaces like League of Legends or other esports sort of things, RTS kind of vibe, either RTS or hero games, that sort of thing. For those, you really just need to like play and like watch a lot of other people play to learn strategies and that sort of thing. And the thing is, once you learn like a really great League of Legends strategy or Dota 2 or whatever like that, they end up changing the meta and then you have to relearn the game. So you also have to be agile as to like how the game changes over time. But if you're really just talking about like how can you shoot shit and become famous at it, it's really about lots and lots of practice. And practice means going to practice ranges. Practice ranges can be done in games that you go to, probably through console, like DLC sort of stuff. You can find certain folks that have made target ranges that you go, and that's where you hone your skills. Some of them are about like speed of relocating your reticles, so just about like quick shooting in different directions. Some of them are about like sustained fire. Some of them are about like near and far targeting, and each one is going to be different, like what sort of skills they teach, and you sort of want to cycle to go through all of them, and you don't want to burn out. So you got to have your own sort of like, it's like a workout regimen, right? Just like when you go to the gym, if you go, okay, for a month, I'm only going to work on biceps, you're going to get bored. And also your body's going to look weird while you're waiting to do leg day. You're going to start to look too top heavy. So same kind of thing in shooters. You're going to want to spend time navigating through several different skill sets so that you become the best sort of like quick aim, far aim and near aim, moving while aiming, and just like all different skills you can have. You want to practice them out of a game so that you can apply them to the game as well. That's just a matter of like playing a whole ton too. Now, once you're good, then you also need to get to be somewhat good at business relations. I'd honestly just like chat GPT how to make like a press kit, because once you have the skill set down to be a pro gamer, then it's just a matter of setting up your press kit so that you look legit, so that you show people how good you would look on their team. You want to give them stats, but you also want to give them charisma. Like you're a good employee. You're somebody that they'd want to work with. Because if you are a really great gamer, but you're a hothead and you piss everybody off that you spend time with, people aren't going to want to hire you. People aren't going to want to pay you money to do what you're doing. So you also have to sort of show off that you are amicable, kind, nice, engageable. You listen to direction. People want you to be a good employee, just like at any other job when you're gaming. And so it's half skill set, and it's also half making good connections with your branding of yourself. Sell yourself as a great employable asset, and that's something that's different than what other people have out there that would really draw an audience to you. You said something about game development, creating a world. Oh, that I want to build an MMORPG. I've already created a whole bunch of framework ideas for an MMO. I have a world to set it in already. It's the same world that I'm writing my fantasy novels in. And the concept of how to make this world the best of all the things that have happened before, and then some things that have never happened before. I've got a whole roadmap. And the thing with MMOs is they're extremely expensive to do well. So I would need to get crazy rich. But if I got crazy rich, I'm going to make an MMO before I die. And it might not be the best MMO ever made in the history of the genre, but I want it to be good enough that everybody in the future who makes a game in that genre will go, well, yeah, we also have to look at Damien's work. While it wasn't like all-star pro level, highest rated IGN for the genre, there are also parts of it that we cannot ignore when we make our MMO in the future. I don't necessarily want to be the best, but I want to be somebody who informs the genre's future well after I'm dead. That's my ambition for MMOs, if I ever got that rich. I'm aware of just going with the nomenclature of the idiom, but it's always funny to point out. Oh, yeah, with the Napoleon complex. I figured you would be. Okay, let's watch this. Let me make sure that you guys can hear it too. I hope you can.
So we can clearly see the symbol that's on it. So this is probably a symbol we can draw on the slate.
Okay, so he believes you can draw it on the slate too. Good to see.
Looks sort of like an igloo.
He's doing it right there, right in front of the flag. It might be a locative thing. He's doing it pretty big too, and he's got it higher up than I've been drawing it. Oh, but he draws it really flat. Really,
to draw symbols.
really flat. Mine has been more peaked, like in the. Oh, and his eyeball's really close to the middle.
It.
Is that enough? The eyeball's off, and it's short and squat compared to the very. Wait, where's he putting it? That's just where he drew it, but where's he gonna set it down? Where are you gonna set it down? Is he gonna set it down while it's windy? It's not dark and windy though. Just there on the ground, right there, like right outside. And then what? Oh, I don't want to know. Maybe I don't want to know. I'm going to pause it right there because I don't want to be spoiled as far as like what actually happens in the game if you if they come and they do the right thing. I don't want to be spoiled. So we'll close it there. Let me conjure the wind, draw the fish, see what I could do. I'm going to take a quick bio break so that I can focus on drawing without a full bladder. So give me 2 shakes of lamb's tail, and I will be right back. And we'll see what happens. Bye.
Face your fears. Gain 2 temporary health whenever you kill a ridden within 2 meters. Oh.
It's a good one for meleeers.
I'm going melee mom.
Yeah. Momlay. Forget I said that. It takes a while for the dildo to to rise. Not sure I'll mess with it, but it sounds delicious. Yeah, we're looking up dildo recipes, apparently. Womp womp. Nope.
Let me go talk to her. I still see love in the future for you two crazy kids.
Okay.
And back to the bongos. He's so excited about his drums. Yeah, Morgan. Check for weapons. All right, let's try this again.
Hello.
What is it?
Interrogate.
I need you to go on another recon mission.
Who this time?
Well, Noogie again. I just don't think our information is...
Let's give that guy those things and teleport back to the very first city that we discovered in the game. Just kidding. It is pronounced Onet. I did check the Japanese pronunciation. And in Japanese, when you go to this first town, they pronounce it Oneto. Oneto. So, Onet.
$135. Thank you for your contribution to the Book of Crow and the religion.
What's their name?
Book of Crow.
I'm sorry, what?
Book of Crow, you say?
Rose Thompson.
Yes.
Yeah, the Book of Crow. Have you read it?
I have not. I'm very, very new to this area.
Ah.
Are you a woman of God?
I'm sorry?
Are you a woman of God?
I was raised.
Hated that experience where we had the robbery in Red Dead Redemption 2's role-playing servers. The only reason why I had that clip, I felt it was like super cringe. I don't think it was done very well, the whole robbery thing. The only reason why I clipped it is because I needed something to show the server gods, whatever you call them. They're not mods and guides, GMs. The only reason why I clipped it is because I needed to show them that we got robbed because Oz was still brand new to the game, and she told them, "Oh, I've just entered county," which is like the RP version of like, I'm brand new to this server. You're not supposed to be able to rob anybody who's brand new, so they should have just been letting us go, and they did not. They robbed us, and so I needed to make proof happen. I'll give you 3 shakes of a goat's tail. Gross. That's disgusting, Jam. How dare you? I'm still not sure what the GPOY part on the screen means. I mean, if you look it up, you'll probably find out. The only version I know is Great Pick of You. Oh, interesting. It doesn't seem to fit. No, it doesn't. That doesn't fit. I would agree. I don't think that fits. If it helps you in your endeavors to understand the deeper lore of my world building, not that that's like really particularly connective to the greater lore of what my stream is trying to be branded to be like, but I'm a big Childish Gambino fan. Okay, so he drew it here. Well, he drew it up on top of the thing there, and he set it down here. But it had to be windy first. So the first thing is, it's got to be windy. So first it's windy. Do your thing. Wave your arms. Make the wind. And then what I saw was he drew it kind of like more in the middle. It came down, but not like all the way down to the bottom edge. came out here. He was kind of wide. So his fish was kind of wider like this. Definitely not so narrow. Then there's the fin at the bottom, which didn't come up from the edge. It was right at the edge. Whereas the flag, I think, was different. His eye was also closer to the middle fin thing than the front, like the flag seems to show. That's pretty close to what he drew. And he set it down in the wind. Oh, I'm backing up on my own. Do the thing! Oh, he's not scratching his head. Look, he's not scratching his head. He didn't scratch his head. He disappeared. He disappeared. Then what? Hello? Flag's still going. Fish? Fish? Anybody? Okay, I can't just run out into the ocean like I thought maybe a fish would come. But the Bahra did take my thing away. Like on first glance. He didn't scratch his head, so it wasn't, I'm going to take this away as punishment. But now I'm kind of confused what happened. Something did seem to happen this time, though it did seem a little bit different than the other times. I will say that. Did seem a little bit different. Google picks up with as, pulls up as gratuitous picture of yourself. Yes, that is correct. But found it with that last tidbit. Gotcha. Yes. Glad I could provide the clue you were missing. I think maybe you were drawing it too tall and pointy. If you look at the... Can I just... You're watching... I don't... Can I pull this up here? On the flag, it's tall and pointy. Yeah? Look at it. He's kind of a bit of a dome. It's kind of a bit of a conehead fish. You ever seen the movie Coneheads? Or the SNL skit? He's very domey. He's very tall. I was just matching the art, really. And then I saw him do it. I'm like, you made your fish all squat. Why'd you do that? Why'd you fuck up? But then, obviously, it was like the right thing to do. And also, I don't think my cursor is going to get fixed tonight, you guys. Oh, no. Hang on. Look at that. It's missing from here because they made a fourth teleport. Well, I didn't expect that to be a teleport. That's very different. Very different indeed. I'm going to save. I feel just, I don't know, nervous. I feel like a save needs to happen. Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about the pro gamer thing too. I was talking to a relatively newer streamer recently about luring people into your streams and becoming a big streamer. Not that this person's like ready for that, just like, you know, something to keep in mind early that changes your trajectory to keep in mind that you do if you are doing content creation, period. And that is, you can put in time and effort to brand and put fancy art around and overlays and stuff and channel point redemptions and bit point redemptions, so people are spending real money on you, and sound effects, and people can play along, and they have commands where they can fuck with your channel and do funny things to your gameplay. And oh, it's so crazy because now the whole audience has control of you and what mayhem are they going to be up to. And your chat, you do cool things with your chat so it looks really good, and you dress everything up. You give the audience as many toys as you can give them, and you give them mini games, and here's a little thing where everybody's got a minion on the screen. You can do things to like play with your minion and raise them and grow them and donate stuff to them, and like everything. So many different things you could do to grow yourself in the space of being a content creator. And if you are not an entertainer, and I don't mean you have to be like a morning show host sort of person, like a Regis Philbin kind of person that's got an energy and a vibe and a fake tan and makeup on all the time. You don't have to be that. Some people like authenticity a lot of folks are nerds and would like to watch a nerd stream. And if you think, oh, I'm too nerdy or introverted, so is a lot of your audience, and they might bond with you on that. But just being the best you that you can be when you put on a show, not the best showman, just the best you that's authentically, natively, vulnerably you, and you don't stop talking to focus on the game because you think people are there to see the game, and you don't stop and focus on all the toys because you think people are there to see the toys. By and large, people are there to integrate and interface with you. They want a closer connection with you. And the more shit you hide behind, how good is my kill death assist ratio? How good is my visual aesthetic? How good will my VODs be later? How good are all my channel point redemptions and my fun things to do? You're missing the one thing that people want to see you versus other people for, and that is the you. Everybody else can replicate the other shit. They can also buy, they can pour money into good emojis, and they can come up with funny channel point redemptions and ways to fuck with their game, and toys and lights and different camera angles and everything, and be good at games. There are people there's for every game out there, there's somebody better than you at that game than you. Probably, if you're listening to this stream anyway, there's probably somebody better than you at that game. So why would they watch you if they can watch somebody who's better, watch somebody who's got the same art and all that kind of stuff enabled and all that sort of thing? Because they can't replicate you. Other streamers and other content creators and other pro gamers cannot make another you. Share the you, be authentically you, share what drives you, what motivates you, what interests you, show what type of person you are. If you tell people about stuff that happens around you, it's probably not as good unless you can also give your deep insight on it. What people really want is a more intimate relationship with who you are. And if you can do that, none of that other stuff matters. You don't have to become a pro gamer per se. I think maybe you were, I already read that. Too pointy. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm pretty sure that was it. What? Oh, our man.
The distant isle. Very few have been here. You have done well.
Yeah? Oh, what's happening in my screen?
Treasures were kept here.
I can move my head.
And still are.
What treasures?
The tablet on the keep.
This?
Is perhaps the greatest treasure ever held by man or beast.
Yeah?
And you will hold it soon.
What would you see me do with it?
Power is in your hands, friend.
Uh-huh.
Whether you like it or not.
Why couldn't you do it?
I will not have the chance to speak to you again. You will link upon touching the final slate.
And then?
The tablet will be yours, as will the choice. I will be blunt.
Yeah, blunt away.
It's my last opportunity. Lochni's last opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Her mind has changed. Now, she believes she must have the tablet. She believes she is the grower. When you see her, she will beckon for it. Do not give it to her. But the book in Kavir, I have unlocked it. Bring the tablet there to Mist Island. Yeshu will not follow. She does not want to be their master.
What? Who's master?
Bring the tablet to the island. There is no other choice. I will meet you there. Please, do not fail.
I don't trust you.
It is what must be done.
I don't trust how different skin toned your face is to your rest of your skin. Why does his face have to be so pink? And why does his bald head have to be so pale? There's something wrong just right there. Just in that I don't feel right about.
Hello?
We're being invaded by the streamer of Oz, everybody. Shoutouts to the streamer of Oz. Oh, is this the secret for tomorrow? Wait, does it have jam?
This is just what I took out of each and every cupcake.
So, the Tiny, we're having a belated birthday party for her tomorrow because everybody got the plague in the house. And these are cupcake bits.
Yeah, it's cupcake plugs.
Cupcake what?
Plugs. Because I take out the middle of it with the tip, and then I take caps and cover the jam in.
Cupcake plugs. The interior of the cupcake that you have to remove for the jam. I'm gonna try some sans jam. It's pretty good. It's not sweet, but it's sweet enough. It's not very sweet, I mean. It's chocolatey. It's very moist. And cakey. And fluffy. It's not so dense. It doesn't taste like you were talking about, some of the flours have too much protein, and I think they get too mealy and not enough airiness to them to feel like a true cupcake or cake. And this one hits all the marks. The only thing it is less than, to my palate, is less sweet than I'd expect, but I like it that way. I like the less sweet.
And the jam that I'm putting in is a strawberry rhubarb, so it's a little sweet.
Oh, our kids definitely don't have a big sweet palate, and having the tart, I don't know how well you can hear it, strawberry and rhubarb jam on the inside of these chocolate cupcakes. So it's going to be tart mixed in with the sweet. I think it's going to be really, and they both really like tart.
I am going to be icing them tomorrow because two reasons. The jam being against the icing could deteriorate the icing overnight, and I would really just rather have it like be nice for the day. And then having them being able to package them and not being able to stack them and not having a good container to carry them into the park, it will be significantly easier if I just ice them at the park.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say that's a win. I can't wait to try them with the jam. I think they'll be really good. Because I like tart. Not too much, but I think... Well, it's like sweet and tart at the same time. Like a good berry should be. Yeah. Which is why I think people like rhubarb with strawberry, because it makes the strawberry stick out better. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. You can have it. It's fine. Okay, sure. I'll have your... I will have your chocolate plugs. Okay. Where are we? Oh, right. Bring the music back. Bring the beat in, Beyonce. Okay. What are we doing? We're on the special last part of the island, which is... Oh, we are on that separate island. Great. So we're exactly where we wanted to be. Wait, the music's a little bit loud for me. Can you all hear? I should have asked this way earlier on in the stream. I put on some Spotify. I don't know if it's like at a good level. Ultimately, I just want something sort of like in the background. I don't want it to be competing with my voice for volume. As long as you can hear anything, then I did okay. If you can hear too much, let me know. If you can't hear it at all, then I fucked up. So that's why nobody watches me. It's not the bells and whistles they miss. It's me they don't like. Some of it has to come down to marketing though too. I think your fans that have found you do like your personality and the way that you storytell. You're a good long form storyteller. When you get on a topic, you can deep dive, and I think people really appreciate that. They'd rather watch you stop playing the game and deep dive into a story than show them excellence at the games you play. I think they're much more there for you. Then it's just a matter of exposure. And exposure is annoying because it generally means like finding the most marketable points that you're doing your stream. And for you, that might not be places where you showcase great gameplay, but it might be places where you talk about something really interesting and share your brain with people that turn into clippable moments. If you can find a good like soundbite sort of thing, clip it down and then post that on various socials. Yeah, might be that. I didn't follow his reasoning to pick him. So he thinks that Yisha is mad with power and that she's going to do something that will be adverse to the Dunny being great again. And he wants you to provide that power to the Dunny instead of her. And she also at the beginning said, I don't think I'm a trustworthy person to give the tablet and that power to. And so they aligned with that idea. And so they both said it at the beginning. But as you sort of read the story further, it kind of sounds like it's imposter syndrome on Yusha's part and that you probably should give it to her because she's going to grow a new great age again very cautiously and with love and with all of her supportive, influential people giving her a different piece of the holistic puzzle. Whereas this guy is very much like make Dunny great again kind of dude. And I feel like he doesn't care what happens to other societies or people. And he definitely sees the Bahro as like creatures, like vile, barbaric creatures capable of aggression and evil. And they should be squished. Which is like kind of like how you hear, I don't know about you guys if you know anybody who's in the Marines, perhaps, but I've known some old guard Marines. And this is like how they talk about the Middle East. Not like they are other human beings with their own ambitions and goals and desires to protect their family and find love and peace and pleasure. But they think of them as like roaches that you have to eradicate, which is... That's what this guy reminds me of. That's why I don't want to give it to him. But I also just seeing the obvious like good and evil choices in the game, I kind of also, because I did this in Rivet and a few other games that you can make this choice in. I did this in Fallout 3. I kind of want to give it to him first and see the bad ending. And then go on the ending that I would do, which is I think I trust Yisha and I would want to give the tablet to her. Yeah. So, yeah, and honestly, I don't know why a player, to be perfectly honest, like most of these games do, like Myst 1 did a really good job of, what do you think you're going to do? Do you really trust Cirrus? Do you really trust Akinar? What's your path forward? And you have to really think, what am I going to do? Based on what I've found so far or what, other stuff you find in the game along the way. Are you going to choose one of them? What's going to happen when you do? And this game... I think they wanted to give you a choice like old school Myst, like Myst 1. Like, do you choose Escher? Do you choose Yusha? I don't think there's a choice. I think everybody playing the game will feel icked out by Escher and will choose Yusha. And that'll just be it. I don't see anybody getting swayed. He's not a believable enough faction. Good stories with good believable antagonists or bad endings should make you sympathetic to them in some way that you're like, you know what? Yeah, I 100% see your side and I see why the other side isn't better. You need both. You both need to get credibility, but a lot of movies do credibility for the villain these days. It's not just like some mustache twirling villain, right? They have an idea and a motivation behind their actions, but you also want it to be the better of the two ideas. We just watched, so as an example, I'm not trying to like buy for time. We got plenty of time to beat this game. But I just wanted to like share this as an idea. We just recently, the girls have been going through the Marvel, the Marvel universe, Marvel comic universe, MCA, is that what they call it? And we're watching them in order of release, because everybody tells us that's the order you really should see them in. And we just finished today Thor the Dark World. And the girls got to meet the Dark Elves from the, Nine Realms storyline. They got to meet the Dark Elves and understand the Dark Elves' motivation. And I asked them, do you think the dark elves are 坏蛋, which is the bad eggs? Do you think they are like evil on the inside? That's like what a 坏蛋 is. Do you think they're evil on the inside? I guess you could say rotten egg. Yeah, because that's an English term too, right? Call somebody a rotten egg. 坏蛋. Do you think they're like rotten, evil to the core? And the girls were like, no, they're not. They're not like evil. They're not like like rotten. They just wanted they wanted all of space to go back to being all dark. But that's a bad want because nobody else wants that but them. And I was like, you guys are fucking awesome. That's amazing. That's a great insight. That is so true. The dark elves in Thor, and spoiler alert for a movie, how many, years old now. In Thor 2, really the primary antagonists are not trying to like win for the sake of power. They're not for glory. They're not because evil is evil and evil is good to us. They want to return the world back to the state that it was in when they were, at their golden years. The universe used to be all darkness, and then light came in, and disparity from what they were used to, all this divergence. It seemed like a mistake, like that wasn't the universe as they understood it, and they just wanted to come back to something they knew. That's a very believable and understandable idea, even for a race of evil space elves. And so the girls understood that, but then they also understood why Thor and Loki and everybody would say, no, the world is the way the world is now, and you don't get to go back to the thing that you want because it hurts too many other people. They're 5 and 6, so I'm pretty impressed with them grabbing that. Tara says, I can't do tart. It hurts my whole face. Certain tart definitely makes my face twinge. And I don't always like tart because some things that are too tart, sour, or tangy, I think pull the other flavors too far on the back seat. Like, have you ever had something that's like, it's got like a bright, sharp tart or tanginess to it, and suddenly you can't taste the richer undertones, creamy or umami or salty or whatever, because all the bright notes are overwhelming everything? I'm not hip to that. I'm not really big on that. I like spicy foods for example, and it really can get overwhelming to me to have like pickled jalapenos on things, because while it adds spice, the pickling also adds like a sharp tanginess to everything. Like, it's always very bright and sour, and that can be really distracting from the other flavor profiles and spices in the food that I'm trying to have. And so that's not necessarily my favorite way to add heat to food. So I get it. I made a fruit pie recently with blueberries. Oh, you're speaking my language. Blueberries are my favorite food ever on this entire planet. Rhubarb and raspberries and a bit of lime juice. So you got the rhubarb and lime juice for the tart. The blueberries and raspberries have their own natural tartness a little bit, but are also very sweet among the berries. Turned out pretty good. That sounds excellent. How do you, I haven't really cooked with rhubarb before. My mom used to when I was little, but I've never really cooked with rhubarb before. Do you just buy it and it's like already prepared for you? Or do you have to do stuff to it? Like, can you just open a can of processed rhubarb and it's ready? Or do you need to prep it somehow? My Taste Like Autumn jam was the only form of my cooking I could think of a way to send you guys. I love that. And it was so good. And still is, because we still have some left. And yeah, it's delicious. This is what happens when I go fix a problem in an earlier part of a sentence. And the kids say, that's fine. I understood you. Dude sounds like someone I would avoid in public. Yeah, I think so. I was really craving pickled jalapenos today, so I got some for my hot dogs and sausages. Good. I just was wanting to use my frozen fruit from the freezer. Oh, to make the pie? It's cooking it with sugar in a pot until thickened. The rhubarb? Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna have to try it because I think it does really add sort of like a... Like if you just have fruit in cooking, in baking, like it's okay. But the rhubarb adds a nuance to it. It adds depth to all the flavors that you've got. Yeah. I really want to do cooking streams. I think I have to wait for... Well, some of you know what I have to wait for. But, God, I really want to use... I guess I could always do it. Do any of you know who Benito Thompson is? He's the guy that says indubitably, and he always eats everything with chopsticks, and he's also a musician on the side, too. And apparently he's also a physicist. I didn't know this until tonight. I think he's only basically on TikTok, but he makes food like on his couch. I might have to do it like that for a while until some things change in the household. But I'd like to work on food on stream and talk to you guys and like glean your knowledge, because just like politics, it's one of those things like I want to be excellent at, but I'm not there, and so I'm willing to be like a dumb and curious person asking you all how to do it while I do it on live stream, and see how it goes. I know some of that stuff you can just like Google, but I think having lived experience from some people sometimes is beneficial in a way that Google search is not. Then you put it in a pre-made graham cracker pie shell. Okay, I'm down for pre-made. I have one sister who like refuses pre-made shells, but it's such a time sink to make your own pie crusts. It really is. Unless it's like graham is one of those things. I guess you can just like crush graham crackers, add some substrate like butter and stuff like that, and you can make a pie shell sort of on your own ad hoc with not too much time. But the ones you have to like roll out with dough can be really just such a big time sink. But that sounds really tasty. An ice cream place based in my town does a rhubarb jam with anise crumble ice cream. It's so good. That sounds really interesting. Rhubarb and anise sounds good. I know a lot of people don't like anise. I do. I really do. And so that sounds quite tasty. They also do a Marionberry habanero goat cheese ice cream. All of those sound terrific together. Honestly, that sounds amazing. People are always wary of, but it's delightful. Here's the thing with habanero, like, yeah, it provides heat, but there's also there is a real pepper flavor to the habanero. I've had just like habanero pepper without anything else, just eating the pepper. And honestly, like jalapeno and like bell pepper, there's a regular flavor of the pepper too besides the heat that I think would be really interesting with goat cheese and with the berry. The only thing with goat cheese for me sometimes is it is a little musky. For a while, I lived on my uncle's property, and he was a farmer. Like, he had a big farm in his backyard. Or I should just say he like had a farm, really. And his next door neighbors also had farms. And the one to the east of him had goats. And I used to go over to the fence between my uncle's property and that neighbor. And every time I'd go to the fence, all the goats would come clamoring up to the fence. And I would just pull weeds that were growing along the fence that you couldn't really mow because they're up against the fence. I just pull those weeds and toss them over, and the goats would eat them with fervor. And there's a scent when you're around about 24 goats. There's like this heavy scent of goat musk in the air. And so my memory of being around 24 hungry for weeds goats is also the memory that gets conjured up every time I eat goat cheese, because it tastes like that smell of being around that many sun-drenched hungry goats. And it's not that impressive to me. I don't like tasting goat musk or goat sweat when I eat cheese. So there is something a little bit off-putting for me. If you never lived on a farm with goats or had a neighbor with goats, maybe the musk tastes different to you. But to me, it tastes like the living trash compactor animals to me, so sometimes goat cheese can be a little bit too much. But I'd still try it with the berries and the habanero. I'd still try it. No ads for me. I have turbo. Hell yeah. You returbified. I love anise. A place near me keeps a bottle of anise syrup just for you. What is it for? What do you use the syrup in? Is it like a cafe? You can make like a anise latte, or I'm just kind of curious. What kind of stuff would you put anise syrup on? Should we explore this little island just a skosh before we pop into our... I bet there's nothing interesting here. It's literally just like an island that they made so you could see it off the coast of that other place. Yeah, pretty much. They gave you nothing worthwhile because all they want you to do is usher yourself into the bubble, finish the puzzle, and leave this place. They didn't want to give you anything else of interest. Oh, they use it to make sodas, like, yeah, like Italian soda style, right? You got the soda water and the pumped syrup, and then you mix it. That sounds so good. I use star anise in pho. I really want to get good at pho, and the only problem with that is, like, the local vegetarian pho place that we know. First of all, when we moved away from Southern California, we didn't think we would ever find vegetarian pho ever again, because it's rare. Pho is a beef soup. It is a beef soup. So to imagine you could get it as not beef is pretty impressive. And we found it in Southern California, and we moved away from there. And I'm like, we will never have veggie pho ever again, or seafood pho. We're pescatarian. We're not vegetarian or vegan. I was like, we'll never have pho we can have again, ever. And then we found a place, and the guy does it. And I would I would love and hate to master a great pho recipe that made it so we didn't have to go to that guy's restaurant ever again. Because I'd feel bad leaving that guy in the dust. He'd be like, oh, I haven't seen you in like 3 or 4 months. Why haven't you been here? Oh, yeah, I taught myself how to make pho, so we don't need you. I wouldn't say it like that, but, you know, in my heart of hearts, I'd feel that way. I could see anise being a good addition to pho. Definitely. I love pho. Of all the Vietnamese food I've had in my life, that's maybe second on the charts. I get it more often than everything else because my first favorite isn't quite as healthy, because the veggie pho that we get has a lot of vegetable content. And so I generally get that because I prefer my health, and it's still tasty. But top of the charts with a little bit less veggie content is bún chao, which is like vermicelli noodles with, well, I usually get it with shrimp. I forget how to say shrimp in Vietnamese. But bún chao is just vermicelli noodles, lettuce, bean sprouts, shredded carrots, and maybe some other added, and peanuts, crushed peanuts. And then spring rolls, like deep fried spring rolls like you would get in Chinese restaurants. And it's like cut up and mixed in with all that. And it's so good. But I also get it with grilled shrimp in addition to the spring rolls. So it's not bún chao. I forget what it's called when you get it with shrimp. My level of Vietnamese is next to nothing. I've only had a few friends that have spoken it, and I have very little drive to try to learn the language. Oh, look at how shiny. Save now? Why? Right now? Okay. Tara knows best, so I'll save it before we do anything with any of these. But isn't it interesting how, like, they look like... Well, this one doesn't have it. That's kind of weird. So this one looks very plain, but this one's got, like, pop rocks going off. It looks like if you licked it, your tongue would sting. And this one, too. But then that one over there, it's like, nah. No special pop rocks for you. Did I make it wrong? Did I do this one wrong? This doesn't have the same star factor as the other ones do. The French bistro I worked at in San Diego had a goat cheese salad we regularly ran out of the cheese for. It was so heavily ordered. I thought it was meh. I appreciate that goat cheese does different metrics of flavor than what other cheeses most people have tried do. I think it's just like to me, I've been around so many animals a lot of my life. A lot of my family is like rural, poor, and I've been in boondocks areas and farmland and large acreage sort of property that sounds like, oh, large acreage sounds rich, until you find out, oh, it's like poor people's land that they use to like grow food and like raise cattle and stuff to make ends meet, kind of thing. And there's like a musky scent on a lot of animals that I find that people who aren't around animals all the time seem to crave, because you see musks in perfumes and colognes. You see musks in certain types of food like goat cheese, or around here we have muscadine grapes, which taste like deer musk, and why they have the name muscadine to them. And it's just like, to me, it smells very raw, like sweaty, oily animal hide. And if you were a opposite sex animal looking to mate and send your genetics down the chain, and you smelled that smell, maybe it would make you feel really interesting and you really like that scent. And maybe that's true with some humans. They smell that musk and they're like, oh yeah, this is where it's at. Musky, pheromone, breeder goodness. But to me, I don't like that breedy smell of things too much. Speaking of Vietnamese, I must have gotten added to a Vietnamese spam list because I keep getting random calls from Vietnamese people talking to me in their language. And when I say I don't speak it, they hang up. Interesting. I've tried to get removed from the list, but no one will tell me anything. That's so weird. And I assume you probably get called by different numbers all the time, so it's not like you can block one number and be done with it. Did they use goat rennet or cow rennet for goat cheese? That's a good question. Does anybody have a quick answer? I'll let you guys look it up. I'm going to go forward with the storyline, but if somebody wants to figure out what kind of rennet they use for goat cheese, I'd be curious. All right, last tablet's in. The game saved just before this. So I've got some choices we can make here. Okay. Are we... Oh. The world behind this started to change a little bit. Oh, it's doing some different things. I see blue skies. I see red. I see the island. It's going all over the place. Are we back on... We're back in Uru. Now I know it's not Uru, but we're back in the Denis necropolis area. This is the chapel that you end Uru in, is in this spot. So we're back here again, are we? Interesting. There's the middle. Oh, we can take the tablet in the middle now. We could. The world around is changing so many different ways. That's the world we were just in. This is the spaceship from the Oculus area. And this is a Bahro area. Yeah, interesting. Okay, we're gonna grab it. We've grabbed it. We got the last special tome. Oh my, I see something out there. Is that Yisha? I think that's Yisha. Let's turn the music down and let's go say hi. Different numbers, yes. Also spam calls and texts for Willa, who I assume used to own this number. Oh, jeez. Awkward. All right, let's go talk to Isha. We're going to choose wrong, and then we're going to choose right. Just to let you know. I want what I believe will be the bad ending before I choose what I think is the good ending. Hi. Hello. Oh, she's right here. She won't even... We could literally just walk away from her. That's interesting. She's not here to talk. She's here just for you to give her the thing. Interesting face tattooing or something, or just some art. Or we could just bypass you. Go down here. Oh, did you see something move over there? I think I saw something in the darkness move. Where do we go to find the Mist Book? Because if we go to the Mist Book, she will leave us alone. So says Escher. I think it would be in here on Atris's desk. This used to be... Oh, you see this? This used to be locked at the very beginning of Mist 5. This book was locked, shut. And now it is open, like we're going back to Mist. Let's open the book. Oh, I feel like this is a bad choice, and we're gonna make bad choices. It's cool, it's cool, it's cool. We saved the game. Sure enough, this is where you first arrive on Mist Island. This looks so... Well, I don't remember the ship being broken and falling in here. Oh my. The secret door looks broken. It looks like it got smushed in. Maybe by the ship falling and breaking stuff. So yeah, I don't think you can open the secret door. We'll just walk down the path. Oh, the switch broke. You can't do anything on this island. Everything's broken. I'm sorry. Oh, this looks so sad. It's like a sad rendition of Mist 1. Also, it's really cloudy and dreary and rainy. I just realized that never happened. Thought about it, and we've never had a storm on Mist Island. Is this one gonna break too if I try it? Wait, hello? Does this one not even let you interact with it? No dice. It's like rusted shut, I guess. It won't even try. Okay, well, hey. You can't get behind this gear like you can when you play Real Mist Masterpiece Edition or whatever it's called. Can we climb up here? Did this or the Mist 1 remake exist first? I wonder. Was this fabricated after? Hello? Oh, the door is swinging in the wind. Yeah, all of the other switches, they don't work at all. Okay. Can we see anything inside the... Oh, it looks like something fell. I guess we can't sit here if there's something in the chair. Oh, yeah, it's the... This is the observatory. You could look into this and it's like a computer. And it fell and shattered. So... Well, I don't know about shattered, but it fell. Wait, there's something on the other side of this. Oh, the door's got me stuck. The door trapped me. This button. You can't press the button. There's no power to it. That's the tree and the shed. It's all here. All of Mist 1, it's all here. There's the library. I feel like I don't want to go there last. There's no holograms in here that we can click. This fountain is broken. Used to be water in here with a little mini boat. Can we go inside this? Oh, it's dark. Oh my, it's dark down here. It's so dark and it gets so quiet. Okay. Can we turn on lights? You can't. Oh, it's like flickery. And nothing works down here. Okay. That's kind of spooky. Not that anything would ever happen to me in a Mist game, but I don't want to be there. There's the clock. And these are that's bent. Why is it bent? You can't use those. Oh, you can just walk across. That's fine. Do these work? The clock puzzle doesn't work. But I could walk right here. This really does behoove you. Not that you would ever play a game called Mist 5 without playing Mist 1. But seeing it this way, it does really behoove you to want to play Mist 1 first. The water even kind of looks like old Mist 1 water. That's an interesting choice. Like, they could have made the water look more modern, but I feel like it kind of looks like Mist 1 graphic water. It also doesn't move. That don't move. They don't give any good explanation as to why all of this stuff is broken, though. But literally, like, nothing is engageable. It's just here for nostalgia. And to make you sad that you can't actually control or manipulate anything. Oh my. Jump scare. Lightning struck this little power thingy. Should we climb this ladder? Can we? Oh, the ladder's broken. There's no climbing that ladder. Okay. Is there the secret down here that exists in the real mists? There's the door. There's a door right here. Is that in the very first mist too? The doorway right here? Or is it only in the version that I played, the remaster? Is the gravestone back behind the big tree? I'll have to check. I don't remember seeing that when I played through Mist 1. A gravestone. Alright, yeah, there's no moving any of this, so... God, I really wish my cursor wasn't wigging out on tonight's stream. You can't even play, you can't even touch the piano keys? What an awful experience. They really don't want me engaged in any sort of... Where would the... Oh, is it this? Tiana? I never saw this. And playing Mist 1 as much as I did, for as many hours as I played, I never saw a tombstone. Oh, it wasn't in OG Mist because they hadn't written rhyme yet? What's rhyme? Is that a book? Like Tiana didn't exist in the original Mist age? Or ages? Alright, let's go into the... I'm pretty sure the library is where they wanted us, so that's why I put it off till last. It's definitely creepier. Even the blue skies look kind of not that inviting. And the map is now down on the floor a bit. You can't click on anything anyway. And can you get inside the fireplace? Nah. That book's destroyed. That book's destroyed. Those are the Sirius and Akinar books. Can't go in there. The whole library's been cleared out. What? This, I don't even remember what it was. I think it changed the inside of the library. Now you can't do that anymore either. Oh, hang on. Did I? Wait, what? Oh, I put it down in the middle. I didn't even see that. Oh, hang on. Bad ending incoming, I'm pretty sure. Hi, buddy.
So, you listened to my wise counsel.
Yeah.
And have brought the tablet.
Yeah, wise counsel. Sure. Why is the music so dark? Why are you so excited? You seem awfully excited for a good guy.
There was no way for your feeble mind to comprehend the
Feeble.
power of this borrowed tablet.
Feeble.
It was meant for a worthier master. You couldn't fully grasp that the master of the tablet was the master of the bottle. Master of their full power.
Oh, I know that.
It was really only yours, briefly, and only then, to give to a true master.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Did you think you would gain a piece of its power?
I don't know.
Is that why you brought it? Or perhaps my words. Perhaps I don't give myself enough credit. Regardless. Now. It is mine.
I guess so. Is that good? Did I do good to you? Will you shower me with riches? Oh my. That was quite the laugh.
Yes, my powerful servants, your new master is here.
Okay.
Let's see what remarkable feats you can perform for me. The new master of the art.
What are you gonna do to me?
Oh.
Or for me?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Give me a reward.
You performed well enough. So, I give you this wonderful island. Consider it a missed opportunity.
Nah, he made the joke. Missed opportunity.
Ironic, isn't it? This island, that was always the place of escape, has now become your prison.
My prison. Oh, I can't move. I can't punch him right now.
Let's see where this power take me. Unlimited agents.
Yeah.
An army of Baccarat to do my bidding.
Hmm.
Wow. Fun I will have.
Why is it taking so long? Be powerful already. Why are you taking such a long time? I feel like I should jump in and intervene. Do the thing! Oh, I can't move. I can now move my head, but... Go in there. Click on him. Why can I not move? Wait, where'd he go? He left the thing. I literally still have the tablet right here. Oh, I guess you can't unlock these. They literally just like it look like you could push them. You just push on the outside and they'd unhinge and then you'd get it. I mean, he's already pretty unhinged. But also they're like barely touching it on the edges. So couldn't you just kind of like turn it a little bit and you'd grab it? It wasn't an OG. The doorway under the ship wasn't an OG mist. Oh, gotcha. Though I don't think the gravestone was there either. Rhyme was the age that the door really... Oh, yeah. Wasn't it the cold age? That sort of like was a tie-in to Riven. He's definitely getting his moment. He got like a long moment. He left this behind for whatever reason. And then he did his little teleport thing, but maybe he used this to teleport. Or maybe he has the power now. It kind of looked like he was holding like a weird screwdriver. And then he held over this. So maybe he like used the screwdriver to absorb the power or whatever. And then my guess is that now I'm just like trapped on the island and there's literally nothing that's interactive. So your trap is you're permanently stuck on an island with no actual puzzles. It's just like the dead remnants of how Mist used to be, but devoid of everything. Yeah. Womp womp. The idea is that he was carving on it. Oh, okay. Writing whatever he wanted to. The graphics don't line up. Yeah, did not. It honestly just looked like he was hovering his hand over the tablet. Like, I'm gonna do something to this, and then he never did. So I was like, oh, I don't know. Is he ever gonna touch the tablet? I didn't realize it was meant to look like he was carving. Or maybe if the soundtrack didn't get so loud. I've literally, because of how many DMCA strikes I've gotten on this stupid, just the retarded like group that, sorry, I shouldn't use that word. The group that did, like, I made sure to go into audio. I made sure to grab music and turn this all the way down. All the way down. So I shouldn't have music playing at all. You can turn on ambiance too. And the music's still there. Sound effects? Oh, okay. So now the music's part of the sound effects. Okay. And I keep getting DMCA hit on every single YouTube video I make for this stupid series of games. All the way back to the first few Mists. Because I guess some of that stuff's not just in music, right? So anyway. Yeah, it didn't look like he had drawn anything on the tablet at all. CGI people are awful. Yeah, I would rather see the screwdriver thing like clip inside, like him put a little bit too deep. That's just like, oh, he's shoving it inside of the tablet. I thought it was exposition to him actually getting to it. Yeah, I expected him sort of hovering over it like he was gonna do a thing. Like, slam it down or like try to break it and like crack it, and then with the cracking of it, he released the power and it like enters his body. Something. I didn't realize that was supposed to be actually. Actually carving. Okay, we're gonna go right back to where we just left off, which was. Oh, there's so many of me like staring at the sky that auto saved, I guess. Right back here again. Wait. No, don't delete. Where's the words that tell you just no, just load. Oh, I saved it. I'm dumb. I hit yes, which meant save anyways. Okay. We're back here again. We're going to place our tablet. Now we're going to do what I would normally do, which was help Yisha. We're back on Denis. We grab the tablet. Have the tablet. Yisha's literally right here, handing you the ending. How could you mess this up? How would you ever trust the other guy? Why would you ever do that? I'm just gonna give it to her. There you go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What can you say except thank you? Now I'll say you're welcome. What do we got, Yisha? Where are we going? Wait, can I move? No, cannot. Why is she so weird about this? Talk to me. Hello? Aren't you the strong and silent type? You gonna open up a secret door in that wall? Oh, bye. And just like that. Wait, I couldn't approach her for a second. It was like she was still there. Okay, well, you know, did I do the wrong thing? Who knows? All I know is that that thing's missing now. Do we wait for her? She's gone. I thought there was a way out of here, but that the more I thought about it. Oh wait, there's like a. You see that? There's an invisible thing I'm able to push against right here. If I push forward, I bump into a thing, and then it pushes me around. What is? I can't click on it. But there's an invisible actor or wall right here. That wasn't where she used to stand, was it? I think it is. Interesting. Is this thing not a door? It kind of looks like it should be. Okay, so up is nothing. Back this way. Also nothing. But maybe you get to the Atris chamber. And Yisha respawns and she's like, I've done it. Denis is saved. I've grown the culture back again. Thank you for all your hard work. Yeah? Yisha? Mist book's open. It's not here. She didn't tell me go into the world of Mist. If I do this and I don't have the tablet, do I see another bad ending? There's another choice you can make once you're done with this. Okay. Well, let's go into Mist. Maybe we see a showdown between them. We get to what's his face and he's like, you idiot, where's the tablet? And she's like, it's right here, bitch. And then breaks him. There it is. Hi. Yeah, you mad?
After everything, did you not trust me?
No.
After all the help I provided, all the aid and assistance?
Like that matters? Narcissist.
Well done. Now it has slipped through her hands.
All right.
Wasted. Fool.
Yeah, well, look at your
Now
skin.
your journey has been a waste, and this precious island that once represented escape is now your prison.
Yeah.
They've all failed. You have accomplished nothing. And there is no way from here.
What are you doing here?
No one will come for you. Mist Island is your end. Forever.
Give me one of your Star Trek teleporters. Oh, look at that. Teleports himself. How rude. Assistance, cryptic weirdo screens, more like it. Yeah, everything he said, I was like, okay, well, I don't really know what you mean by that, so I guess I'm just going to proceed apace and figure it out on my own. Jerk. Yeah. Well, I suppose this is another bad ending. I didn't think going into the Mist book was the right idea. But I thought maybe it would be an interesting, like, they would get into a conflict or something. She'd come to my rescue with her new Bahra magic, and they would disassemble Escher. But no, I don't see anything like that happening. I think you are just trapped here in your own sad outro again, your own sad epilogue. Save me, Tiana. You're my only hope. Wish you could get into the secret entrance right there. Okay, well, you know, that's probably it for that one. That still breaks. Just curious. Just wanted to try it. Okay. There's so many of these. Should probably delete, but we're not going to come back to this anyways. Not a big deal. Do not save current game. Thank you. Yeah, and also, plus, anybody who helps you and then, like, tries to turn that into a therefore I deserve something is totally a nice guy, right? R/nice guys sort of thing. It's like, I helped you. I gave you good things. I deserve your help in return. Okay. Hello? Oh, she's not here. Wait, is her, like, a ghost still here? That thing you can kind of press against, but she's not really here. I felt like I bumped into it just a hot second. It was like right around here. No, I don't think she's manifested. Wow, if you don't pick up the tablet, it's like she doesn't even come. Interesting. Okay. I guess, so you also don't have to pick up the tablet at all. And then you come to Mist. This would actually be listening to Yisha, because Yisha's like, don't give me the tablet. Don't give it to me. I can't handle the power. And then we can go into Mist book without having touched the tablet at all. You don't do anything. There is a third ending. Presumably. We're going to find out. I certainly did something different this time. I went through all that work to unlock the tablet, and then I left it alone. Now what? Now what? She didn't take it. You mad?
After everything, did you not trust me?
Was this the same
After
ending?
all the help I provided, all the aid and assistance? Well done. Now it has slipped through her hands.
What?
Wasted. Fool.
She wasn't even there, yo.
Now your journey has been a waste, and this precious island that once represented escape is now your prison.
That seems like the same outro.
They've all failed.
Same ending, I mean. My bad.
You have accomplished nothing. And there is no way from here. No one will come for you. Mist Island is your end. Forever.
I just want to port away like you. Give me one of your chest thingies, please. Okay, bye. He will not. Well, there is. How many of these should we delete? Probably this one. I'll keep that one just for shiggles. Probably delete that one. That one's not that important. Don't know what we have that one for. Not that one either. Or that one. Probably don't want that one either. Don't need that one. And we'll keep this one. Let's restore. So that was not a third ending. It was the same ending as the last one. Even you can give Yusha the tablet. You can unlock it, but not give it to her. And they both kind of act the same way. What we could also do is, can we lock it again? Wait, what was that sound? Oh, just birds. Just me teleporting to various places. Okay. Let's grab it. It's mine now. Oh, Lord, it's mine. Can we go back to any of these other worlds? Do something special? Guess not. Come out here. She's right there. Can we cast on it? Yeah, we can. I'm gonna draw Bahro special magic spells. What am I gonna do? I see some different glyphs. Have I not used? There's one I haven't used, but it doesn't look like it would work on this one. But I could try it. I think there's only one of these that I never used. At least I don't remember using it. Maybe I didn't use that one either. So one of them was... Let's see if I do this right. Uh-oh. Put it away. I didn't mean to do that. Come back. Tablet, come back. Oh, you can't draw on it? Oh. Damn, I saw a couple drawings and I was like, oh, maybe I could try that on my new tablet. Oh, what if I just set it down and then let the Bahro use it? Let's do that. I didn't realize you could just set it down. Let's just set it down. We're going to set it down on the ground. Why right here? I don't know, but we're going to try it. Do you think, Bahro? Do you think? Oh, yeah. He touched it. Oh, they got me. I've been kidnapped, you guys. Oh, you too, huh?
I am set free.
You are? What did I do?
Their slavery of 10,000 years is over. And the burden of my family is lifted from my weary heart.
You're welcome.
Praise the Maker. He brought you for this impossible task. You have done well, and many will rejoice.
Oh, hi. Hi.
You have chosen the least as greatest. You have freed us all, yourself of pride, me of the burden, and the good Bahro of their enslavement. You are worthy of the new Denis.
Am I? Oh! And therefore, we're going to kidnap you. I like how everything's like, and now we're going to stick you in a sack. Oh, hi, old dude. Oh, hi, Yusha. Crawling from the ground.
My desert bird.
Oh, it's Atris.
It's over. I didn't know if... faltered.
Why am I
I was
slowly?
not always strong. I am so sorry.
I'm slowly creeping up on
What
them.
was asked of me, I have done. And now the tree grows again. Just to be your daughter again. Hold me.
My precious one.
Why am I getting so
I'm
close?
so sorry
This is so creepy.
for this burden, this crushing weight. I cannot bear to think of it. But you carried it. I wish your mother could be. You have truly become the grower. You bring Dunny back to life. Another circle closes. Another new tree grows again.
Okay, congrats you two, I guess. You put an
Thank you,
unfathomable
my old
burden on your daughter.
Welcome to Rilishan, this new Dunny. It's been a long, long journey. Difficult journey. And I am old and weak. But I've lived long enough to see this day, to see my desert bird, my precious Isha return as the grower, filled with the wisdom of the Maker. Truly our long burden has been lifted. Now, my days can end here in peace.
Okay. Welcome home. I'm ready to die. Oh, hi, buddy.
Release me, I order you.
Oh.
Demand it. Let me
Yes.
go, you.
Oh, yes.
There is this to deal
You
with.
cannot hold me. I'm Escher. I'm the grower. Where is this
Are you, though?
idiot? Moronic lump of filth. You are nothing. Ah! I needed the power. I needed it. Duckney needed me.
Sorry, the duck knee doesn't
You
need you.
threw it away to this witch and her legion of scum, the demon slaves. You've released the slaves as masters. You've turned the small to great. Curse the maker.
Silence.
Why did he listen to her?
You are no longer subject to the great. You have become great yourselves. Do with him as you should to the least,
As you should.
for I am no longer worthy to give counsel to you.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna do it. Death by snoo snoo. Goodbye. He did say they were very brutal creatures when aggravated.
I am not given easily to those not close to me,
Obviously.
but you have chosen well, my friend, and have allayed my fears. Many have been freed. Least will be greatest again, as it was before we began. The old is gone, and the new begun to grow. This is the new Denis, restored and free.
You're welcome.
Over none, under only the Maker. This restoration of Denis is not a restoration of the outside, of structures, stone, but of the inside, of hearts and truth. For kingdoms are only as strong as the hearts of their people. Your heart is right.
Yeah, but this ain't my kingdom.
Welcome to this kingdom.
I'm just some dude
Welcome
that did the
to
thing.
this new Denis.
I'm just Donald Ducking it over here. Bottoms totally missing. Going full commando. I think commando implies you wear pants, though. And then nothing underneath the pants. And then you? What do you have to say to me? Oh, they have wings. Big old bat wings. They're bat ants. They're bants. And me? I'm one of them too. The secret of Mist Man is he was always a Bahro, flying Bahro creature this whole time. Why else would I have flown right then? I think I just learned something new about Mist Man. The camera couldn't have done that if I had not also unfurled my wings. Yeah? You think? Alright, let me catch up a chat. Where did we leave off? Imagine having the power to draw a ween on the golden tablet. Why didn't the game let me do that? You had even talked about, like, when I unleash the, like, final tablet, we need to draw another penis. And then the game was just like, nah, you can't draw on this one. When you tried to hand it directly to her, she couldn't actually touch it. The Bahro had to re-enable it for her? Interesting. I did not catch that at all. Not one bit. If you hadn't said it, I wouldn't have known it. The game volume's a little bit loud. I feel like I'm shouting over the game. I want this to do the sneak up music from old cartoons. Yeah, why was I like creeping up? Obviously, Atris and Yisha were having like a father-daughter moment, and I was just like, closer, closer, enhance, enhance. This was Ubisoft and not Cyan. How many games in the Myst series were Ubisoft? CGI Atris so cringe. He was pretty bad. I really do. I know that what's his name, Rand, that he really didn't want to be on camera for these games, but he started something I wish he had continued, even if he didn't like it. This is oddly satisfying. My goodness, so dramatic. There's a lot of drama in the ending there, but I thought it was fairly well done. It definitely made things not so cringe and awful compared to what I feel like a lot of the story leading up to the ending was. It was pretty cringe and empty and like didn't give you enough to really lead you to be interested. I didn't find myself interested in the story. I just wanted to hurry up and know like what the hell they were doing. Oh yeah, it was some dude named Bernard that played Atris in this game. Relation looks really pretty though. I wish the game had let you at least look a little. Yeah, if you're allowed to have a death lobby in Myst and you just sort of get to walk around and not do anything but just look around, you should at least get that little platform and maybe another little balcony, because I see in like the bottom left maybe another little outcropping. Just let me walk around there, look out on the horizon, listen to the ambiance and everything. Just something different, perhaps. Someone out there, some weirdo, has this as their favorite Myst game. Good God. Maybe someone. It's not me. It's probably no one in chat. And just leads it. No, I would love to see him play me a little bit of a, I don't know, an Easter egg or something. Obviously, since it's the last Myst game, they're not going to guide you to another Myst story or anything. But just something like show us relation, show us, I don't know, the Bahro growing in power. Show us like what happens in the greater scheme of things, if this is going to be the last one to wrap everything up. Maybe they didn't think it was going to be the last. But then tease something. They didn't do anything after the end credit. I've been watching too many superhero movies. Now my brain is like, every time you see end credits, wait for them to finish and then watch for the Easter egg, because there's going to be one every single time. That's why it ends up back on the platform. She walks off all sad. Now she can't touch it, and you can't touch it, so all ruined. Oh, it's in the deep lore. Gotcha. Hence why Escher's like, you gave it to her, she let it the power, or you let it slip through the cracks or whatever. It's midnight, and the small child upstairs is still running around. Every once in a while, and I know you guys sometimes have seen it this summer since the kiddos have been like awake later, we will put them to bed, We'll go through the bedtime routine. It's a little bit later because it's summer and sometimes we're caught out or the sun is so high up in the sky later at night. It's just hard to get them to wind down properly unless we really run them ragged. But we finally get them down. And then sometimes Oz is like, oh, you know what I really crave? Like, I'd really love this thing. And I like to go on late night runs to go get either her a snack or just to be driving or just to get like a reset between being in full parental mode and then going to like streaming mode or admin or whatever it is that I'm doing for the night. And so I like to go on drives. And sometimes like I'll stop at a grocery store or somewhere to like pick something up or a gas station just for like snack round or whatever it happens to be. And I will see parents out with their kids. And you know, I've started my stream sometimes upwards of like an hour late, which means that puts us at my time somewhere around like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. sometimes, not quite 11, where I'm out late. And so I see these kids, they're like 5 to 8 years old or whatever, and their parents are like, we're out and we're doing stuff. We're still shopping or picking something up or going to get this or that. And you're coming with us because you're the kid and you don't have a choice in this. And I'm like, this is going to like be a real nasty, awful shock for them when the kid has to go back to school and they have to wake up again at like somewhere between 6 and 7 a.m. when they've been used to being awake and out and about in the town in like the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour. It's just, why keep your kids up that late? Don't you want your sleep and your adult time anyways? They've been having like a family reunion or something today. So much noise all day long. I see. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I still have a couple hours so I can stay awake. I'm not going to play more Mist 5. I'm not going to go back into the game. So, I guess we're done with that one. Should we see what like, Oz and people are up to for the rest of their evening or what? Like, what do you guys think? Should be the thing that happens. Chances I don't want to start a new game because anybody that would want to see, and I already have another game on the game schedule. So Mist 5 done. Next on the schedule that I think I have access to, I just want to double check that I do, is Abduction. Oh shit, maybe I don't own this. I thought this would be one that Oz owns. And oh, okay. It looks like I have access to it. I didn't see it at first. Yeah. Abduction is next on the schedule. But I don't want to start a game in the middle of this because even though I can switch stream title in the middle of a stream, it doesn't properly create VODs. It doesn't properly like start and stop the end of one VOD and the beginning of another unless I stop streaming and then start again, which I don't really want to do. It fucks with the algorithm. To have another game on the same night as beating Mist 5. So I'll probably wait to do this till the beginning of next Saturday, starting a new game. Have you played World of Horror? I've never heard of this. I don't know if it's a great game for stream, but it's a neat game. World of Horror. Let's take a look. World of Horror. A jump scare? It says it was for PS4. Is that right? 1-bit roguelike adventure love letter to Japanese horror and Cthulhu mythos. Let me pull this up.
Rated M for mature.
Yeah. Whatever. Can we? Oh no. Why is it so weird on my screen here? Okay, Abduction's done. I'm ready for next stream, I suppose. Where is this in my... I feel like this is going to cover my whole head, but, you know, I don't want to make it too small. That's probably better. Vertical stream is really fucky. We put it on the bottom of the stream, but like behind some of my UI elements because it's too high up. And I want it below most things, but not the webcam. Vertical stream looks good. Horizontal stream, I don't know, is okay, I guess. I just have too many things on the screen. What can I say? Get rid of some. I just won't have chat. I'm just kidding. Abduction's kind of fun. Like, I'm out and back and forth, but outside that, it's enjoyable. Yeah, I think you and some other folks have said there's a lot of travel, which sucks. I hate traveling back and forth for no good reason. Chance has a demo. Oh, okay. Might be worth checking out. All right, let's check this out. This is World of Horror. Can you all hear it? This looks fun. I see what they mean by like 1-bit graphics. Wow, face is kind of fucky. All right, well, that was a fun game. Oh God. It's loud on my end. I don't know about your end. Oh, that thing's cool. Oh, that's cool. Nice. It's pretty amazing animation. This was PlayStation 4. Interesting. Interesting. It seems up my alleys. So why would you say this would not be like a stream-worthy game? What would make it not stream-worthy? Oh, should I do this? Would that make it disappear? No! Not that. Anything but that. Oh, it still stays. Ugh. Go away. Go away. Now I know why I have this disabled. You can stop it from playing. Once it's up, and that won't go away for some strange reason. You can hear this is not a game for me. You're not into horror? It looks fun. It looks kind of like a big old homage to a bunch of stuff that's already sort of happened in the past with other horror ideas. Like, I don't see anything new, but it all looks kind of like retro and reminiscent of old stuff. It looks fun in its own light. I think I could do it just for funsies, but it also, I don't know. If it's not stream worthy because it's trigger warning stuff, that I could probably get away with it with my streams just because I have enough content warnings, especially with just the way that we all talk and some of the topics that we've gone into before, especially because we've gone into like Israel, Palestine, and abortion, and like some stuff is like obviously like there's a certain thematic bar that we've set on this channel a long time ago, and so it's not really that I'd be concerned about the content in a particular game. The only types of games that I'm concerned about ever streaming, but I don't think they really exist out there, that would be worthwhile, is if there was explicit sexual content or nudity. Those type of games don't, if they happen in a flash or in a quick cutscene or something, it's not a big deal. But if they're sort of like the center focus of a game, like it's sort of an erotic game, then every single platform will have my hide for playing that sort of game. So, but when it comes to like violence and trigger warning stuff, I don't think there's really the same sort of concern about that kind of stuff with an 18+ stream. But if it's not stream worthy because it's just not that great of a game to stream, then that's different. Or if the game is too like narrative heavy and cutscene heavy, because there's some games that's just like you're not playing it so much as like watching it, then I don't know if it would be that interesting. And if it's too much like you're listening to and watching cutscenes and people having dialogue, and so therefore I don't get to talk a lot. Some of the first puzzle games that we played, when I decided like, yes, I will acquiesce to a certain demographic wanting me to sit and play like several point and click puzzle games. Some of the first ones had like a lot of voiced dialogue that it takes up the audio space. And so I'm just sitting there listening to lots of narration and talking and, you know, digitized voices telling me stuff, and I can't talk. The one thing that I stream for is my personality, and you guys aren't getting that if I'm just sitting there listening to the game tell me game stuff. I feel like that was kind of Death Stranding too. Like, we'd have a lot of downtime, and then Stuart, who's kind of guiding me through the game, we'd just sit there and like play the game, and he would guide me through stuff, and we'd talk, and it was a bit podcasty for parts. But then there are significant parts of Death Stranding where you have to just like shut the fuck up and let the game talk and talk and talk and be the star. I don't have any sort of narcissist bone in my body, but I do understand when a stream suddenly becomes much more about let's all just watch the game and not the streamer. And for me, I don't think I do well in those scenarios so much. I'm not a you come here to watch the game sort of person. It's not a lot of animation, to be honest. Oh, like the trailer showed the best parts kind of thing. It's more like you encounter scenarios and then make choices. Okay, so it's like, what would you call that? I've seen games like that before. Some of them, like even newer with newer graphics. There's one where they were like running away from some sort of creepy monster, and there's like a lot of interpersonal conflict. There's like a group of young people, like late teens, early 20s sort of people. I forget what the game was called, but I watched one of my friends streaming that game, and there was no real like gameplay. It was honestly like dialogue choices and like an A and B choice in the middle of a like a combat scene sort of thing. You choose like climb the tree or duck underneath the log or something like that, and then you get like, it's like a choose your own adventure book. You know, you really only get A, B choices, and then your choice determines what happens next in the story. But you're not controlling your character so much more than that, right? I missed the end of Myst. How'd you like the ending? I mean, it was better than I expected. We never saw an ending to Uru, so I guess it sort of gave me some closure as to how the world of the Denis city should have happened, which is kind of like abandoned and reborn thanks to Yisha and the Bahro. So it was okay, I guess. I don't have any glaring complaints about the outro. The game itself was glitchy and had some major problems, and because I was getting DMCA strikes, I turned off the music, but some of the music was tied to another audio slider instead, so I still ended up getting a lot of like strikes on my monetization of the content on YouTube. The puzzles were hit and miss. Some of them were kind of few and far between. Some of them were very specific as to like the exact configuration you needed to do to see anything change. And so I just needed you guys to like guide me through them, which felt kind of whatever. Could I have solved them on my own? Yeah, it probably would have taken hours of just like, I'd probably end up getting so bored I would try everything. And in the trying everything, I would have found it. But we also don't live in an era where you would sit in one game bored and trying everything, unless, I mean, certain types of neurospicy I think would be all right with that. But I would just be inclined, if I weren't a streamer, I'd just be inclined to quit Myst 5 and be like, you know what, I'll just play a game that's more like active action or something like that, something different. But the few puzzles that were in the game, like straightforward actual puzzles, were pretty good. Not anything I would say is like highly innovative or like top of the puzzle game makers capacity. When I see some people here and there playing Blueprints, it makes me want to play it, because those kind of puzzles look like logic and rationalization and using skill sets like math and other stuff like that. It looks kind of like it's a draw, and I tried not to watch almost any content of it at all, because I do think Blueprints would be up my alley, and I'm not a puzzle gamer. But the type of puzzles it seems to have looks like a real puzzle game with real good puzzles that looks interesting for people to try to play through. Myst does not feel like a puzzle game. And so if it's not a good puzzle game, then it has to be a lore game. And Myst 5's lore is pretty vapid. I feel like Myst 3, as you're walking through it, you're learning a lot about your main villain. I forget his name. And the story, and things unfurl and unfold for you and give you breadcrumbs along the way. And Myst 5's encounters with Escher are all just like a slow erosion of trust with him and don't really provide a lot in the way of making you feel like you are being led further in a narrative. You do learn more about like Uru through Yisha's journals and like how she feels about becoming the grower. But I don't feel like that's the same thing as the lore of what you are doing actively in the game. So, yeah, I don't know. The ending was okay. The game was okay. I don't think it was really all that bad. But I've also played the King's Quest, almost every King's Quest game. So there are definitely worse games out there than the Myst series for sure. There's one ending that is implied kinda ick, and one animation that is eels in an eyeball. Oh, nice. I do love eel. But otherwise, the content is fine. It's mostly just the gameplay that might lose people. Gotcha. If it's like A-B sort of choose kind of thing, I could see why it would lose some people. But if the game has the ability to sort of have downtime where I could just chat with everybody, then I might be interested to try it because the aesthetic feels up my alley. There is a dog though, and you can pet the dog. Shit, I'm in. That's one of my favorite memes from back in the day. It's kind of like Gamersgate, misogynist sort of meme. So take this with a grain of salt because I don't like how they picked on this particular person. But there's like she was like a journalist or outspoken person against like women's objectification in games or something like that. And she's quoted as having said something like, men only want one thing in video games, and it's sick. But they would always cut her off there in the memes and then showcase what guys actually do in games, which is there a demographic of guys that objectify women in games? Sure, there's plenty of that kind of like fantasization and problematic treatment of women in games. Don't get me wrong, that's a real thing. But there's also plenty of guys, myself included, who play games to pet the dog. You find the dog, you pet the dog. You find any animal and you can pet it, you pet that pet. You pet the animal. You give it love. Can you give it treats? You give it treats. Give it scritches, you give it scritches. Games where your object is to go farm. Your object is to acquire all the collectibles. Like, look at all the different seas you got, or all the different fossils you dug up, or all the whatever. Interior decorating, designing your character's glamour so that you look really pretty and cool by the end game. That's I like that shit. That's those are things that draw me in video games. Getting the tablet to take the drawing was not fun. That was such a waste of time because I like, can I pull it up? Or do I not even have it up on stream anymore? Or sorry, not on stream, on my article where I was using this. So, and I think I showed this already, but just again, for anybody who's coming late, like I was using this screenshot of the fish to guide my drawing of the fish. And you could watch on stream, I did a pretty damn good job of following this fish on my tablet. I really did. And they should not judge you on how narrow your fish is, especially given how narrow this fish is. They wanted it wider. That was the only thing I think that was stopping me, is they wanted a wider fish than what they showed me to draw. So I kept drawing what I saw as much as I could, tried to get the proportions pretty well done. And they were like, nah. Were you thinking about Until Dawn or The Quarry? I had somebody explain The Quarry to me. It didn't really feel like it was my thing, but maybe. I haven't heard about Until Dawn. I'd be willing to look it up. Blueprints is fantastic. Is it something that after you watch, because everybody's probably, I mean, 60% of you are also watching Oz, possibly tonight because we're both streaming at the same time, just based on what my analytics say on Twitch. So if 60% of you watch Oz and you've already seen her play a lot of Blueprints, is it worth watching another streamer play Blueprints, especially somebody in the same household? Or because y'all at least watched Oz, is it like, okay, well, whatever, it's not worth seeing another person play? Just curious, like, does it have rewatchability, or you watch your favorite streamer do it and you're like, cool, I got to see what their mindset was, how they tried to solve puzzles, like it felt pretty good, like I like what they did, and then you're good, and then you're sated, in other words. There are some games where I think I'd watch, my favorite streamer play, and be like, cool, I got the experience I wanted to see, and if I saw another person streaming it, or a VOD on YouTube of somebody else, and it was like, already happy with my first watch through, I probably wouldn't watch the game again for a lot of games, for almost every game. The Pretty Stormy Sunset Beach was fantastic. I could live there for a while. That was really nice. I do like storms. That's one of my favorite things about moving where we did, is we get a lot of stormy weather. And unfortunately, we live in a bit of a bubble with the wind. I don't know how that works. We're not on a hill or anything. We're just in the middle of woods. It's not like a big deal. But when the storms come through, half of them just go around us. They're either to the north or to the east. And so like we see all the lightning and thunder and it's pretty, but we don't get like the rain or like in the middle of a big storm. But we do sometimes. It's like 50-50. Now, after seeing the ending, I'm confused about why people don't have anything good to say about Yisha. Yeah, I mean, Yisha's whole point was the, Marxism, right? Like she saw the working class being exploited by the people who had the means of production. And she's like, this isn't right. We need to overthrow. We need to have the revolution. And so she armed them with their own means of production. And then they toppled the bourgeoisie. And they win. And then there's a revolution. And the least become the greatest is very biblical. And good job. You saved the subjugated slave class people. Good job, Yisha. So it's very, it's amenable. It's a pleasant, polite thing to show. I don't think there's anything particularly exciting. She didn't become anything that powerful. Even at the end, where Atris is like, you have become the grower, and I'm so sorry for your burden. Like her burden was, I want the tablet, and Mistman decided at the end to not give it to me. And that is my burden. Didn't really feel like a big burden. Just like emotional baggage, I guess, but she's fine. It's not really something to complain about. My biggest complaint about the characterizations in there, or just how ham-fisted they ended up making Escher. They made him too violently mean against the Bahro and too zealous about reviving the Dani, that it just felt obvious that he was in the wrong. Circe and Akinar were both so ick, but they also felt like the only two choices you had. Whereas comparing Escher against Yisha didn't feel like two bad choices. So it didn't have the same kind of drama and confusion about what you were supposed to do like Mist 1. They sort of looked back and thought they knew the formula, but then they didn't. And it was too obvious not to help Escher. They could have made him a lot better, a lot more subtle, or a lot more convincible to his cause, where a certain demographic of player maybe really heard him speak and heard the truth behind what he was trying to do. He's trying to save people from these abominations. He's trying to bring Dani back from a world that's been messed with and lost its glory because of external forces, and just trying to save and preserve a traditional way of life for his people. They could have worked the script in a way that made him a viable choice instead of obviously evil. If I've seen one streamer play a game, I don't really not want to see someone else play it. To me, each playthrough is unique. I guess it depends on the game. Like some games that are they're incredibly narrative heavy for me, I feel like unless you have something to say about the narrative, like you stop the game, you pause the game, or you finish it, and then you're like, all right, let's have a, like what we're doing right now, kind of like let's have a decompression and discussion about what we just saw. Obviously, we're not just talking about Myst 5 right now, but you know what I mean. Like if somebody has something of value to add and respond to and explain what they've taken away from a game, or theories if a game has something ambiguous. I love movies with ambiguity. You can talk about later and say, what do you think the symbolism was there? Or like, what was the ending? You know, what does that mean? What did that imply? That kind of stuff is really fun. And then hearing multiple people talk in that vein might be cool. But if the narrative's pretty straightforward, it's like you saved the princess and now the realm is free and you beat the bad guy, but he'll be back again in the next iteration of this game. What do you say to those at the end? And what would you watch another player play those games for if there isn't a lot to think about, talk about, or like nuance to the game? Depends on the game, I think, for me. If I like a game, I want to see different streamers experience it, their reaction to story elements, how they talk their way through puzzles, stuff like that. Yeah, I think we're on the same page. It's the quality of how the streamer and the game interface with each other. Without that level of high interface, I don't know that it's worth it. So you guys think Blueprints might be worth something like that? Yes, worth watching multiple streamers. I've played Blueprints, but I haven't watched anyone play it. Either way, it's completely RNG, so every playthrough and strategy is kind of unique. When you say completely RNG, are the puzzles RNG'd in, or would you see the same sort of clues to unlock something as somebody else might later on down the line? I suppose it could still be interesting to watch somebody's theory crafting on how to solve a puzzle. Like, how do they do it? Like, what kind of notes do they take, or what's their thought process and strategy through something? Then you definitely want to watch a streamer like me, tooting my own horn, who can talk their way out loud through something, right? If you're just like silently like drawing something on the table or on paper on the table and you're like, and nobody knows what you're actually thinking while you're trying to get through a puzzle, that might be lame. Yeah. Twitch seems to go in trends with new releases, so I'm a little numbed to replay throughs. Oh, okay. Yeah. There are a number of like newer games too that I keep getting recommended. I'm always a little bit skeptical to start on a new game because I don't know how much the game is going to draw me away from talking. Like some games, if they're too active or too multiplayer or too whatever, I feel like while I do love to play multiplayer games and I love to be involved and engaged with other people doing stuff online at the same time, it definitely pulls me away from what's working as content for me right now. And I do have to think about this in terms of, you know, laying out business strategies and growth and that kind of thing to try to see if we can pay bills doing this kind of stuff and live a lifestyle doing this kind of work. And me ignoring my audience and not having deep conversations with you guys because the game or the ecosystem or the multiplaying is so engaged that we lose this deep connectivity. I think it's erosive of what I'm trying to build personally. There is some generalization, but a lot of the game is RNG. Okay, cool. I've watched a bunch of people play Chants of Sennaar, but I'm still constantly banging on about it and trying to get more people to play. It's fun to watch people's wheels turning. Yeah, so it's definitely about like that interaction between game and streamer. I like that. If I see someone's eyes looking down and drawing something while playing a puzzle game and just immediately assume they're cheating and looking at the solution online or a guide so it's obvious when they do it, suddenly they know exactly where to go and click on. Well, okay, yeah. If one, you can't talk your way through a puzzle so that the audience is like on where you're trying to like go as far as the solution, but also two, if you work something out and you don't say it, and then suddenly you come right back into the game and immediately solve. Especially without the expression of like, I think I just solved this. That's almost certainly a cheater, right? Almost certainly. Like, oh, let me just pretend like I'm doing a thing down here, when really what you're doing is like staring at your phone, like doing the thing down here. Oh, you guys, I think I got it. I think you just click this. You don't experiment, you don't try anything, you just immediately know. Was it? And I hate to throw him under the bus twice in 1 week, but you know, people used to compare me to this guy a lot. Wasn't Thor from Pirate Software? Who's lurking? Oh, Old Bones want hot bath. That sounds so good. Should I quit stream early and have a hot bath before tomorrow? We're doing the Tiny's birthday party. Her birthday was a while back, and the party was supposed to be belated anyways, but we were going to do it last weekend, and then everybody got the plague, if you recall, or if any of you are fans of Oz, then you know she actually shared some of her progress with the plague. What it was hand, foot, mouth disease, or whatever it's called. And yeah, apparently it's worse in adults than in littles. And Oz had like, it looked like, not leprosy, but like boils on her skin, like blisters and sores and red itchy bumps deep underneath the skin that wouldn't even break the surface. And like also that was like around the mouth and in the mouth and down the throat and on the hands and elbows and knees and feet and soles and in between toes. And we were using calamine and oat colloidal lotions and painkillers and everything. It's viral, so there's nothing you can. It's just a virus. You just have to let it go its course. There's nothing you can. No antibiotics or anything like that. I didn't catch it. Thank goodness. But yeah, that meant the party was done. Could not do a party. We were afraid of infecting other people, so we were gonna do it tomorrow. So Oz made cupcakes, and we're gonna bring some presents that we just said she's not allowed to open, so that she has something to open tomorrow. And we'll just do pizza. Go to the park. There's a splash park by our house. Go to the splash park because it's freaking hot. And thinking about that, maybe cutting stream a skosh early tonight means there's more of me at the party. I'm more present and not like caffeine driven and tired and irritable. So it's a consideration. But yeah, wasn't Pirate Software accused of cheating on stream on puzzle games? Like games or levels that were like so hard, and then he'd like take a minute and he'd be like looking at another screen like over here while he's doing the stream. I was like, okay, you guys, I think I know what to do. I've been thinking about this for a minute, and let me guess. And he would do something that took most people like 15 to 20 minutes, and it would take him like 2 minutes. Feels weird. I'm not saying it happened. I don't really know that whole heck of a lot about Thor, but he's become like the internet's like new famous villain these days, and yet still streams to like so many freaking people. Absolutely insane. I just need like, I probably only need to be a quarter as famous as him. Will probably be able to cover costs for this house. That's all I need. So I'm definitely not looking to be famous. Just taken care of. Just that, and no more money. Any more money would start giving away to people in the form of employment, not just giveaways, because that's, I don't know, cheating to tell people we give away free money. Where did we leave off when I last spoke? I do not like watching streamers who do that, though I admit I've had to look up solutions, i.e. when playing Simon the Sorcerer. Oh, yeah. Because I just don't have enough people watching to give me hints. Plus, also, I don't know, like, the whole, like, world of folks who, like, watch live stream. How many of them know that game? You know, it's a little more obscure, right? I caught, like, a little bit of one of your streams doing that, I think. Also, when I watch streams, I prefer that they take subtle hints from me over just looking it up. Plus, subtle hints, like, get your mind going, too, which you, I think, Kara and a couple other of you, probably Sem and maybe Jam. I'm trying to think. Sarah's good at this too. Can give hints that like don't say anything, but just sort of like narrow down all the red herring parts. Because these games also have like tons of like, there's this other little room here. What's it for? Decoration. What's this whole coastline for? Pretty water. What's this area for? Cool soundtrack, ambiance, backstory. Like there's so many areas in these games that you could spend so much time banging your head trying to pixel hunt or look for something, or like put together a clue that's not a clue. You've made a cipher out of something, like the first letter of the titles of the books on a bookshelf or something, and it's nothing. You've made that up. You will never be able to apply that. So sometimes it's really just like subtly moving a streamer away from all the bullshit that's not the actual game that they might get caught up in, that keeps the story going forward, keeps the streamer focused on actually solving the problems that the game has, and not just getting lost in the weeds where hours could go by wasting everyone's time on like a bunch of dead ends and red herrings and stuff like that. And unless the conversation's interesting or distracting or somehow different from just the gameplay, then I don't think that all of that stuff's necessarily worthwhile to sit through and let the streamer chew on for so long. It's like bad showmanship, I feel. And I do feel like showmanship's a big part of streaming, so I mentioned before. Or not just me, but anyone in the chat. Yeah. I saw a girl the other day who had to have been consulting a walkthrough for chance. She was immediately coming up with the exact right answers to things. Yeah. Including the weird ones in English, and English isn't even her first language. Oh no. Yeah. That's sound like red flags immediately. Tara probably has the best game recommendations. Chance of Sonar is an amazing game. I trust Tara a lot. Hoof and Mouth is an awful time. I saw it erupt through the lady folk of my household, and I was like, I don't want anything to do with that. And yet, I probably could have done better. Obviously, like, the human body is such that, well, maybe this isn't obvious, but I think it's worth saying because maybe it's worth saying because to some of you it's not obvious. But the human body is capable of having a lot of disease around it and even in it, and not get sick. Like, could you right now have staphylococcus inside of your body and not have a staph infection? Yeah. We have buffers and mucuses and linings and white blood cells and immune system responses and lymph nodes and all these sort of things that like step in and make sure that all the things that are around you that are trying to kill you just get neutralized, reduced, taken care of, so that you don't become as awfully sick and diseased as you could, given all the stuff that just happens to be around you, if you're not like an immune compromised person, right? And yet there's still probably things you ought to do just for safety's sake. Hand, foot, mouth, if I'm saying it in the right order, has like a high R value. The R value is like of something, like the R value of the flu is like R1 to 2 or something like that, which means as you're going about your regular daily business, somebody with the flu has a very high propensity of passing it on to 1 to 2 other people. A COVID, for an example, had an R value of like 8 or 9 or 8 to 9 or something like that. So if you go about your daily practice, no face masks, no nothing, and you're just living life, you had a high propensity of getting about 8 to 9 other people sick, which is why it spread so fast and so far. And the hand, foot, mouth, I don't know what the R value is, but it was pretty high. And so the idea of it being so contagious, and the 3 people in my household that I am in close proximity to, I take care of, would all have it at the same time. The likelihood of me catching it was pretty high. And yet I didn't. And I wish I could say I used face masks, I distanced myself, I washed my hands more regularly. We used very safe ways of being around each other. We washed dishes and clothing regularly. And we didn't do any of that. I was just so busy. It was like during some of the worst of my stress in my day job. And the other thing of it is, like, my littles are right at that age where they crave a lot of physical attention. And when they're not feeling well, they want it more. They want your proximity. They want even just holding a hand while watching a show, or picking them up for a little bit, like maybe even just across the street. They don't want to cross the street with their own feet. They want you to pick them up for like a little bit. Just little things like that. And our bedtime routines and everything, I was breaking those protocols left and right. I should have really just come down with it so many times over. And to watch all three of them really go deep into it and come back out, and Oz the worst of them all with way worse lesions than the other two. I really didn't want to catch it, but I didn't change any of my behaviors. Because I also want to be remembered as that father who didn't say, you're sick, I'll do everything in my power to protect me so I can take care of you. And then what you remember about your father is like antiseptic sprays and rubber gloves and face masks and distancing whenever anybody gets sick, and take care of the household. But that's like, you remember certain neuroticism about it. And while it's bad for the body, my first instinct is, you know, cuddle them and make them feel comfy, and give them massages and cold compress on the itchy parts and stuff like that. Like, do all the things to provide comfort and intimacy at a time when they're feeling their worst, even if it means your chances of catching something are way higher. But I didn't catch it. They got all the love and I got all the immunity, I guess. So who knows? I've heard that Outer Wilds is really good, but I can't recommend it because I personally can't get past the space controls. Is that a outer space game? I'm usually pretty good at outer space, but I do want to watch a playthrough at some point. I'm curious. Let me start adding some of these, because I know you all have added a number of games to my concept of things to possibly play. Outer Worlds, Blueprints. I don't think Chance of Sonar is in my recommendeds yet. I hope I spelled that correctly. If it didn't, it really doesn't matter. I'll probably find it through a quick Google search anyways. It's 2 N's, 2 A's. Okay, cool. Then there was World of Horror. And what else did we mention? Anybody else say anything that they really thought might be a cool game? I forget. If you can think of it and I don't mention it out loud as having added it to the list, you can always find me, DM me. I'm highly cyberstalkable, so, you know, easy. Where did we last leave off? Outer Wilds really is a good game. I saw a guy just quit Corn. Do people recommend Corn? I've heard it mentioned in stream a few times, but I don't remember if anybody says, and you should really play it, or you could probably pass it up. You can let me know. I'll add it to the list if you guys think it should be added. He just quit Corn last week. He started it and was giving it an honest go, but then the next stream, it was just fully obvious he had the guide solving stuff he didn't have the hints for yet. And so did he quit because of like social pressure? Because if I'm watching a guy play something that I'm like, where's your thought process on it? And he's literally just like going through the motions, I don't know, I probably just wouldn't watch the person. But if it was somebody that I like knew and had followed for a while, I'd be like, yo, you're fucking up right now. You could probably even tell if somebody's like pretending to solve the puzzles, but they actually know how the game works after all, and their reactions are sort of disingenuous. You're like, yeah, you probably played this before, buddy. Or you probably have the guide to your side or something. Something's weird here. I know some things, but not exactly. It's kind of similar to Myst with its exploration, isn't it? But it's space. Oh, it's more action RPG? Interesting. I do like RPGs. I'm just RPG-centric kind of person, personally. I think what I like, especially in action RPGs, is I like action games, but I don't like action games where you're kind of the same from beginning to end. I do like games where you gain levels and you get new skills and you apply them in clever ways, like there's skill trees that you can kind of build over time, and you get upgrades to your armor, your weapons. Like, I like seeing a progression. So that's why I like RPGs. I'm much more inclined to play something like a Final Fantasy game over like a beat 'em up game, like Elden Ring or sort of thing. Just personally. Sick littles want all the cuddles. They do. It's like the disease gets in their brain and it's like, hey, I really need to propagate that adult human over there that seems sympathetic to you. We need to crank it up. And then they do the puppy dog eyes and, you know, they get tearful and the quivering lower lip. And it's like, fuck, I have to cuddle this disease-ridden bag of flesh. Okay, let's do it. Let's roll the dice. Corn is a solid game. Okay, put it on the list of recommends. He quit because even with the guide, you still have to solve some of the puzzles with experimentation. Damn, he couldn't even quit his way through. Cheat his way through. So he was like, oh, this game's too much work. I can't believe it. I got the guide and the game still makes me think. I'm done. I don't want to keep doing it. I mean, there's some games like that are just so hard physically. Like just the controls of the character and the keyframing and everything that you just have to be excellent at it, even if you've watched somebody solve a certain level. Like, yeah, you just wall jump here and then you bounce off of this enemy and then you grab on the ladder on the other side and then you try it 50 times. You can't make it happen, even if you know exactly what to do. Corn is a pretty good game. Okay, it's on the list. For those of you that are curious to the list, it is public. However, it's public with like 3 hurdles, and a number of things are here, and we'll probably work on building this out even more. I had a whole stream dedicated to adding recipes to this, but there's a knowledge base called Envy, and the knowledge base called Envy, it's hosted on Notion. You have to ask me for permission to see it, and there's only like a couple of us who are on it, but you have to have access to see it. You cannot edit it, only I can, but you can give me recommendations as to things to add or change or do whatever using the Envy channel on Discord, which is also where you could probably go to find the link. If I remember right, it's a pinned message there. And also where you would go to tell me, hey, I want this thing added, message it, mention it there. And the only way you can get to Envy on the Discord server is 1, be on the Discord server, and 2, pass the idiot test. There's a reason why I never tell anybody how to get access to the 7 deadly sins on my Discord server, and that is there's a slim percentage of you, and I know everyone who is this because I can see very clearly who has what roles. There's a slim percentage of people who join the Discord server and never join one of the 7 deadly sins, and that means I know that you didn't pass the test. I love you and I appreciate your support for the channel, but yeah, there's a test there. All right, it's almost 2 and I would usually go till 3, but because of birthday party tomorrow, I'm feeling hot bath. Because Troa said hot bath, and now I'm like, fuck. Hot bath. We got smelly salts. We got incense. We got candles. Some of them are smelly candles. I got stuff. I could do this right. Oh, and I have a playlist that it's not DMCA approved, so I can't just play it on stream. I've got this lovely playlist of Baroque chamber music. I love Baroque chamber music. I fully believe there's some sort of past life essence or ether within me, or I'm a vampire or something, but like there's like a whole era and vibe that just really speaks to me, and there's something about that music. I call these my vampire baths. I've got like the smelly goods, the salty goods, the usually a nice libation on the side, something wet to drink, and the Baroque chamber music. And then I don't have any of the lights on in the bathroom, and it's just like steamy and smelly and hydrating, well, maybe dehydrating, and the music, it's perfect time. So I might do some of that before going to bed, which means I might stop the stream early instead of trying to see what else I can hop into with the rest of my evening. I know Oz has played it, but have you considered Hollow Knight? Would love your insights on the game. Hollow Knight is one of those games that I've watched a couple of people at some of the higher level of gameplay play, and it's super intimidating to me. But I feel that it's intimidating to me because I don't play a lot of platformers and roguelikes. But I also get that, like, when you look at people in the end of a journey of excellence in a game, that's not indicative of how you should be at the beginning of the game, right? People play Hollow Knight and you play it getting better at it because it's a game that you're playing and you're practicing a skill set. So watching somebody at the end doesn't mean you will never get there because you look at that and you're baffled by how amazing and godlike they move in the game. I did play through and beat Death's Gambit, and that's another roguelike platformer, side-scroller, combat-heavy, Souls-like game where the villains are like incredibly powerful, and they even keep a death counter of how many times you've died to each boss in the game. And I beat that, so it's possible. I'll add Hollow Knight to the list because it does look, I love the aesthetic. I love creepy and dark vibes and stuff like that. I love anything that goes from spoopy all the way to gives you nightmares. Not that anything really gives you nightmares. I've seen so many things. Nothing could possibly give me nightmares at this stage unless somebody makes like the best horror movie ever, and I'm still waiting for it. One day somebody will make a horror movie to make me scared, and I will run to the hills and proselytize their good graces because I love horror and horror games too. This spooky season, which will probably start again in August because I have several games to get through by October. I've got some good stuff lined up, including the DLC for Still Wakes the Deep, which Still Wakes the Deep is easily, hands down, one of the best horror experiences in the last few years of horror gaming. And I can't wait to see how the DLC works out. But yeah, Hollow Knight sounds interesting to me. It seems up my alley. I'm just intimidated by it. I feel like I'm gonna be bad and die a lot. Maybe we're just not sinners? Fine. I do accept that some people who watch my streams may be religious, maybe a certain caliber of they like things to be bright and cheery in their lives, and they're sweet and kind people, and they like pumpkin spice and fuzzy Ugg boots and puppies and kitties, and they like watching shows where the heroes win at the end. And I love you guys too, and I appreciate who you are. I'm confused why you watch me, but if you do, I appreciate your support, and I want to be here for you. But I don't make content for you. So if you stay, I don't know why. Hot bath somehow activated Troa can now sleep mode. Yeah, that's where I want to get to too. So definitely taking advantage of it before it passes. Nice. I took the envy thing again. If I took it before, no idea if it matches. Yeah, Kara, since you last took the envy entry exams, I remade envy. The amount of engagement on that version of envy, which I thought was a really cool idea, but nobody agreed. It died in production. So the test, while interesting and a good means to start something, the project that was going to start has been canceled or put off until further notice. So now envy is just a place for you to add things to the knowledge base, a place for you to get access to the knowledge base, and a place for you to request access to the knowledge base once you've found where it is. And then you can be in the inner workings. It's like, you know, in Portal 2 where you can see a lot of behind the scenes stuff, like how the Portal world was made. You can see a lot of behind the scenes in Portal 1, but I think Portal 2 is really like, here's all this stuff, behind the curtain. Envy is now rebranded as my behind the curtain. You see the actual Wizard of Oz sort of thing. Yeah. It's damn near August and spoopy season can't come near enough. I hear you. That's why I start in August. I'm not going to start right at the beginning of August because I'd love to get through Omori before we start before we put that on hiatus to play spooky games. But we'll see. So it might not be early August, but at some point in August, I'm going to put all of my stream schedule on pause and we're going to switch over to horror games mode and get through as many horror games as we can. And unlike last year, I think when we get to November, I'm going to go back to the standard streaming schedule again. It's only because it was such a new game at the time and it was bought for me. Thank you, Lycos. That we played Alan Wake 1, Alan Wake American Nightmare or whatever it's called. Was it? Yeah. And then Alan Wake 2. And the sheer content just across those 3 games alone, it was like, fuck, that there goes basically October through, what was it, January or February. I ended up not streaming back to the old schedule again for like a long ass time, just getting through all the Remedy games. And once Control 2 comes out, everything goes on hold. I'll play through Control 1 again to refresh my memory, and then we'll go right back. We'll go right into Control 2. Yeah. Approved. I saw your request already. So, boom. It's as easy as that. See what we do? See how fast and easy that works? But yeah, okay. Vampire bath time for me. You might see me walk behind Oz in Oz's stream. So, maybe we should go raid Oz. Is she still in like the middle of streaming, or what's going on her side of things? Do I want to keep her up later, or is she trying to get out of stuff? Oh, she's in the lobby. I feel like she's not gonna persist. I will not do this to her because I know she wants to be like there tomorrow as well. However, it looks like she is sharing a stream with Crims. Is he gonna stay awake? No, he's also just staying in chat. I don't think he's gonna stay awake either. We'll find somebody else to raid out to. I feel rude trying to make people that I know are about to fall asleep try to stay awake a little bit longer. There's so many beautiful... Oh, Mary is never on at this time. We're gonna go say hi to Mary. Listen, we have mutual friends, Mary and I, and Oz and Mary. Mary had a rough day with a mutual friend, and that's really hard to talk to somebody about. Like, if you have a friend and your relationship with that friend is good right now, and then somebody else has like an argument with that friend, it's super hard to say, oh yeah, fuck that person. It's like, no, that's your friend. but you want to be sympathetic and you want to like be supportive. I'll just sum it up and say, Mary's had a rough day. We should go say hi. We should go chill, and give her support. She better not be quitting right now. Actually, please tell me you're not quitting. Damn. She said, with that being said, you know that's when somebody quits stream. If somebody says, with that being said, you know they're quitting streaming. Okay, never mind. Forget everything I just said. Forget everything I just said. It's between Carl and Edgy. Should we raid Crentus the dentist? Who's should I do a poll? No, we're not going to do a poll. I'll just ask casually and somebody will answer me in chat and I'll do what they say. It's between Edgy, who's playing Disco Elysium, Crentus the dentist, or Forest of Wires. That's Carl. That's the crazy manic DJ wizard dude. We're going to go say hi to one of them. And whoever probably says one of their names first, that will be... Oh shit, actually, I lied. Oz is playing another round of Repo. Well, rip. Oz is asleep because we're going to go raid Oz. If she started a whole other round of Repo, 0 of 4 points touched, then that's her own damn fault. She's going to stay awake and then we're going to go raid her. All right, love your faces. Right, exactly. Gonna give all the shred. Here is the raid we are starting. The Streamer of Oz, my better half. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all your help with this game. The Last of the Mists. We are gonna play more Cyan games, but at least we finally finished Mists. Here's a raid message. If you're not subbed, if you are, here's a premium raid message for you. Oh, why is Kick so full of bots? I don't want to sit and kill all the bots. Anyways, yeah, we're going to do that. Love your faces. If you've been watching on YouTube, Kick or Trovo, we're saying goodnight to you now. Everybody else is going to a raid. See you next time. Which is tomorrow with Omori. Okay, bye.